Hi, welcome to MageCast, where we're playing some RPG and people told us to stream it, so we're streaming it. It's Dresden Files meets World of Darkness, and it's us just playing RPGs for fun. Fuzzy, do you want to describe what happened last time?
Oh Jesus! What did I'm in too many RPGs? Somebody start me off.
That's what she said.
Weird ghost shit and oh god, a Meta's character really fucked up Sheepy's character, and
we met Orchid because of course.
That was it, Orchid. Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, and fucking what's her name? Center Elliot. Center.
Yep. And I loved seeing your guys' faces when it was like,
that was so
"Hi,
good.
I'm Orchid," and you were both like,
fuck no! I just like the fact that Dots created our nemesis, and like it just out of like randomness, and it's just become a thing now. I love that so much.
Yeah,
it's good, except when it's not.
I mean, Orchid really didn't help, did she? Like, not
I mean, okay. So she helped in as much as Bloodwind didn't immediately get like wiped off the face of the earth by a possessed mage.
She did illuminate a couple of things, but I don't think she told us.
Receiving incoming transmission.
That much.
Not really.
So, maybe don't ask me to make characters anymore.
It was totally worth it.
It was. I loved it. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
You might as well fully commit to the dumpster fire at this point.
But yeah, Orchid was with Charlie, her undead lover, who Zen had murdered by cutting off his head. And they...
He got better.
He's dead. He's basically a zombie, but he's fine.
Yeah, that's better.
They then eventually, after investigating the mirror a little bit and finding out a few things, I can't remember exactly what we found out, but it's something to do with like there's an entire entity that's been shattered into little crystals, and it's possessing people. Then she confronted Zen and pulled him into the Shadow Realm, and then they had a fight for a little while. Charlie's basically fucking indestructible. And then she summoned the spirits of people that Zen had killed, pulled out his soul, put it back into him, and left him to be tortured by spirits for hours. And then they came back with the mirror and were like, hey, let's summon the spirit of Al-Majid. Al-Majid?
Yep.
In the Shadow Realm. Because why not? And then Zen tried to kill Orchid because he'd lost his mind a little bit. He's gone a little bit nuts. And the spirit disappeared. So we don't know where that is, except for Zen ran back to the house, and then there's a shadowy Krad Babara there with a shard pointing it at the house. And that's where we ended last episode.
Yep. So we're actually going to go back in time a little bit. Ford. The last time we saw you, Bloodwind had been changing her body a lot, and she asked you effectively, what are you staring at? Does my ass look big? And you said no, at which point you left the room awkwardly, and the door closed behind you. We cut to you, now finding yourself in a long corridor full of doors. White walls, sliding doors.
Time for a cup of tea. So Ford makes his way to the kitchen.
Okay.
Opens the door.
You open a door. It's a corridor full of doors. Which is on and on. Turns a corner.
I look around the corner. I'm like, house. Do you know where the kitchen is?
No response. But there is another corner up ahead.
Oh, I just keep going.
Okay. You turn the corner. There's another corner up ahead.
I turn the corner.
There's another corner up ahead.
Have I just done 3 right turns?
You've done 3 right turns.
God fucking damn it. Ford sits on the floor and crosses his legs and
Okay.
waits.
Sure. Some time passes.
Mhm.
Some more time passes. More time passes.
At least give me a bed.
A good hour and a half has probably passed by this point. At which point, the door next to you suddenly opens very fast with a slam and almost breaks with the force of it opening against the wall itself. You can see through the door a shadowy shape. It's strange in that shadows seem to flow off of it and then back on. It's currently looking down the corridor to something you can't see. In its hand, it has a shard. You can just about see the edge of it, but it's mostly encased in its hand so that you can't actually see the bulk. And it seems to be entirely composed of these shadows. If you were to take a guess from your angle, it could be Karad, or at least it looks like Karad. But there's no color of flesh, there's no color of... Even the color of the cloak, which was black, doesn't seem to be that way. It seems almost partially insubstantial, like it's actually made from shadow itself. I will also need you to roll initiative. And down the other end of the corridor, I would like... Zen, roll initiative.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Initiative. Hang on, I need to get to the right page. There's so many windows open.
Oh, I gotta get the music, don't worry.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, the dice log hasn't appeared. Bad dice log.
Can anyone hear the ice cream truck outside my window?
No.
That's good then.
I heard some 40 engines. No, I
Oh,
can't.
there it is.
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
I've had one parking outside as well recently. Mostly when like roll for it's on, and I just needed to summon all my willpower to not go down there and get some ice cream.
I have been promised by Lexi that she's gonna get a Solero for me on the way home, like
Ooh.
out of nowhere. So that's really cool. Looking forward to that.
You have the best girlfriend, don't you?
I know, right?
I know. Oh my god.
She's not yours. You can't.
I know. I know. It's fine. I know you'll cut me if I try.
So Ford is currently thinking about what he can do. Did I actually roll initiative? I did roll initiative. Cool.
You did,
I
yeah.
got 15. He's a speedy bugger. And he's currently thinking about the possibility of just blasting a shadow monster into oblivion with a copious amount of light. I
That's
don't know.
possible?
I don't know if that would hurt it or weaken it or what, but
Put it this way. You have no idea, but you can certainly try.
okay. How far away is Ford from Force 4? Very.
Yeah,
He
it's
has
unfortunate.
He has 1 XP.
All right, my dice log is completely
getting
broken.
stamina 3 finally, but I'm also 4 away from prime 3.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Those are choices, man.
yeah. Like I've been on 0 quintessence for like 2 episodes now or something because we just can't go into the mirror anymore.
You
Wait,
went into the
what?
mirror last episode.
Yeah, but that
And
didn't
you
go
try
very
and
well.
go in there, and the tentacles are like, ooh. And we all know Mac and tentacles have a complicated history.
That's true. They do. Right. In which
Yeah.
case, with Zen on 12, Ford on 15, and it on. If it loads for me, come on.
If it offers you a balloon, don't take it.
Take the balloon.
It tries to make a balloon animal, you just twist in like uncomfortable shapes.
Now, Karad's a mind mage, right?
If it's Karad. Oh.
15.
Ooh.
In this case, Josh, dice off.
Oh, okay. Shall I press initiative again?
No, just roll me a d10.
Okay. One success.
Okay.
8.
Yeah. You go first. What do you do?
Okay. So it's in the doorway that it's just smashed everywhere.
No, the doorway opened itself, and it is standing in a hallway that runs parallel to where you're looking. So you can see just this little bit of the hallway, which he's standing like 1 meter inside of.
Oh, okay. In that case, Ford is going to stay as far away as possible, and just like emit photons in its direction, light photons, very powerful light photons.
Okay, so forces lots of photons. I see
Like, if this
visible
thing doesn't end up
spectrum.
with sunburn, I'll be very disappointed.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't have a ret, but we are inside a haven.
You are inside a haven. Yes. It's not necessarily your haven, but right now it will count as your haven.
It's kind of up in the air a little bit.
Right
It's
now,
already-
it wants to count as your haven.
Oh, okay. 4
Ooh.
successes.
Okay. That's good to know. I'm going to check if it is taken by surprise. That's 7 successes. No.
Probably probably not.
I kind of doubt it.
Roll at this point.
It's going to attempt to counterspell you. As it whips around, seeing you, the black shadows coiling off it. I'm trying to think what it has. It has Prime. It does not have Forces, so it's going to try and counterspell you with Prime.
Prime -1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
1 success. You get out a bolt of light, which is immediately swallowed by a load of shadows that head towards it and just start eating at the light. And the light presses on and just about manages to clip the side. And there is a kind of flare as shadow begins to boil away in a small area around the side of this figure, creature, whatever it is. But most of it was swallowed by shadow.
But it looks like if it did work better than it just did, it probably would do something.
Make a wits insight check. Or wits awareness.
Okay. 5, 7 successes.
7, yeah. Yeah, it actually looked hurt by that.
Good. Can Ford pick up shards of door off the floor and run?
Pick up shards of door off the floor and run. Which way do you want to run?
Down the corridor.
Okay, I can say with that you can pick up the shards of door, but you wouldn't be able to do much else because otherwise you'd have had to take a -2 for multiple actions on your turn, etc. So,
yes.
yeah. That brings us to it. Oh, what does it have? What does it have? Oh, I know what it has now.
Yay.
Right. Ford, as you look at it, the shadows morph and begin to change. No longer does it look vaguely like the outline of Karad Barbara. It now looks like someone a lot more familiar, someone you spent a lot more time with. It looks like Bloodwind suddenly. Oh, we can't be having that now, can we?
Yes.
And it gestures at you. You may attempt to counterspell with Prime if you wish, but you do not recognize the sphere.
You're getting bees, bitch.
You're gonna be
Probably. Okay.
mind bees.
-1. God damn it. 1 success on the counterspell.
Okay.
You think there's a bee stuck in your ear, you're not sure where, so you just start digging and digging.
Oh no.
Let me check your stat block real quick. Perfect. The hand goes forwards and gestures at you, and then begins to constrict and pull, and you feel something begin to ache in your head. And then suddenly it blossoms in a split second into a tearing, painful sensation as your tongue is ripped from your head. You take 4 points of aggravated damage.
Oh.
Welcome back, Josh.
Thanks. I mean,
Have no tongue and you must scream.
Flurf.
Good damn.
Thankfully, you can still scream without a tongue. It's just any finer sort of enunciation.
Yep. Please note that without a tongue, I believe you're on -1 to all casting rolls.
yeah, that's true.
Yep. Zen, you're up. In front of you, you see the shape change into Bloodwind. It's looking through a doorway that's just opened. You can't really still see the doorway.
I'm going to walk into the middle of the room and look up. I need a weapon.
Door next to you in the corridor opens. And you find a small armory.
Swords?
There are many different types of swords. There are Oriental origin swords, European origin swords. There are modern sort of high-tech swords that are designed for just fighting not against a sword. There are machetes, knives, SMGs.
There's a very specific type that I'm thinking right now, and it's 2 swords. It's the hook blades. I think they're Chinese.
Oh,
They're
with the yeah, those were I was thinking, right there on the wall.
I take them.
Straight
Okay.
ones that have the hook at the end.
Yeah, they hook at the end, and when you see them in like martial arts films, they hook them together and like swing them around and stuff. It's really
Kind of cool.
Yep, they're there. You grab them.
Can I do more?
You could do a little bit more. I would say if you did anything major, there'd be a massive penalty on the dice pool, but you could do some basic stuff that doesn't involve dice pools.
I'm gonna walk back to the portal that way.
Okay, sure. That brings us to top of the round. Ford.
Ford is going to scream in pain and throw. It's probably a really bad idea to use magic at this point. No.
I like how he talked himself round to that.
No, it's more magic light at -1.
Okay, bring it.
Oh no, I'm gonna re-roll that. God damn it with your double 10s!
You really want to re-roll that?
It's too late now. I already said it.
In fairness, you should have been able to see my roll before you re-rolled, so I will count it as not.
Okay.
Yeah. This time, as you try and summon the bolt, it's much weaker. You're not used to not using these verbal components. And as the weaker bolt of light spills out and heads towards it from your upraised hand, the shadows just envelop your hand and snuff it out before it even manages to go about a foot from you.
God damn it.
Right. Mac, Bloodwin, you've just discovered that the shard and the figure you're speaking to are not there anymore. Make awareness wits.
Right.
Ooh. I get 4 successes.
Okay.
No, it's academics. What's awareness? 2 successes. What the fuck?
Bloodwin, you don't hear anything. But you're suddenly aware that Orchid is not there. Having turned around to look where the shard is, Orchid's disappeared. Mac,
Oh fuck, where did she go?
you hear a sound like rushing air, a vague sound like energy discharging, and a door opening with a slam. And then you hear someone crying out in strangled pain. It sounds almost like someone's throat is being constricted, or they've swallowed a sock. But it's definitely a cry of problem. Either immense pain, or they're in trouble, or they're really scared.
That sounds familiar.
Can I tell where it's coming from?
You would only be able to tell it's coming from the entrance back into reality, as you're currently in the Shadowland.
Okay, I just look at Bloodwind, I go, we got a problem, and I run.
Fucking cunt bags. Fine.
Okay. Do you just leg it?
Probably.
Cautiously, but leg it indeed.
Okay. In which case, both of you roll initiative, please. You will enter on the initiative path. But you'll be at -2 because you've just legged it.
Right, so that's a 7.
No. Your initiative's fine. It's just your actions will be on -2.
Oh.
You spend the turn like running, and you can do something while running. It's just you'll be a -2 action to anything. So yeah, you'll be in the next turn. Ford.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
The figure in front of you looks at you, and there's a very long, calculated eyes flicker to the ground and then up to the roof, like doing a quick circle of the room, and then back to you, almost like there's a choice being made. Make a wits insight.
Okay. One success.
You're not sure what the choice is.
That's fine.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna roll a 1d2. Okay. With that, the figure scowls, this time becoming someone you haven't met, someone you don't know. You're not sure who this is. They look vaguely Middle Eastern in appearance. Long flowing robes. And they take the shard and they strike it downwards into the ground at their feet.
Oh no.
Well, that's no good.
Zen, what are you doing?
I'm going back through that portal.
Okay, you go back through the portal. The mirror's there. And no one. There is, however, one small flower. In the middle of the area lies an orchid.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it!
I'll take it.
Okay. Where do you go?
I head back. Did I pass by the other two?
Yeah. Also, you would now feel an immense pain and anguish, and you would know the exact direction.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
Yeah. It's like almost like a pain from a limb that has been tourniqueted. Like you can feel it. It is yours, or at least it's somewhat yours, but it's disconnected. Bloodwin, Mac, who would like to go first?
I'm not sure I can really do a lot without any.
Yellow, Bloodman's going first. Probably gonna elbow you in the ribs and be like, right, I've got this, don't fucking worry. And then I'd like to. Is there any sort of like life in the shadowy figure or whatever?
Make a life plus wits.
Right.
You won't take a -2 on this. This is just a normal perception.
Okay. 4 successes?
4 successes. There is some life in this. There are a few different patterns, and you definitely recognize life as one of them.
All right. I would like to try and rupture the alive bits.
Okay.
Just cells bursting and.
Make a life plus a rep roll.
Right.
-2 dice, because you did already do a lot of running this turn.
That's cool. 2 successes.
You reach out, and you go to grab those cells. Those cells that all living things are made up of. And you find, as you go to get them to burst, to break, to fall apart in a very painful and terminal manner, nothing happens.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, Kanto, what the fuck are you doing?
Figure turns towards you. The face changes. Yours. Mac, you're up.
You've got good taste, I'll give you that.
Is there any matter in this thing?
Make a matter plus wits roll.
Three successes.
Yeah, some. You don't recognize the other spheres, but some of it is matter.
Okay, could I potentially, like, use matter on it, like transform bits of it?
You could attempt to.
Alright, I'm gonna try to turn some of it into dust then.
Okay, make the roll. Okay. You reach out, feeling that there is something matter-based there. And you go and do the trick you've done so many times before, where every single particle just stays the same, but is no longer connected. Becomes disconnected and turns to dust. Quite simple, quite basic in terms of complexity, but something that requires someone who is deft enough and powerful enough to make it happen in a heartbeat. You've done that before. As you reach out, something doesn't react. Something reacts, but it's not fully under your control. Almost like you are trying to pull on something that isn't entirely matter. The thing doesn't seem to react.
Okay.
Ford, you're up.
Can Ford tell whether stabbing the floor with a shard has completed the, I guess, infection process?
This will be quite easy, actually. Make a spirit wits.
Two successes.
Okay. It's not hard at all, because as soon as you open your senses to the spirit, you hear something very loud come through extremely quickly into your brain, almost like someone is pouring shards of ice and water directly into your... the part of your brain that normally thinks aloud. Because someone is shouting to you. And all it does is say, "Cut it out! Cut it out!"
Okay. That is what Ford is gonna try and do.
Okay.
He's going to does Ford have any weapons right now? He doesn't.
Do you have any quintessence?
No.
Okay. That's quite easy then. You now have a point of quintessence.
Oh.
You feel it infused into you. And with it comes some residual energy that you could definitely tell is spirit. That used to be part of someone.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Seeing as Ford has been counterspelled several times, he is going to use no somatic components to see if he can make sure that this goes through. Which is
Okay.
a -3.
-1 for the verbal, -1 for the somatic, but if you have whatever you use to cast on you, like a ring or an amulet or a wand, whatever that is, you can still use that. You don't need to be like visibly swishing it. That would be the somatic component. So you just roll the -2 if you've got that thing on you.
Yes. I should have decided long ago what that was for Ford. But instantly spending that quintessence to cast a spell to basically shatter it with kinetic force infused with quintessence.
Are you shattering the... So the way, what you would know is that the infection, because you can just tell spirit and you've
the
got
infection
prime.
is spirit-based, isn't it?
Yeah. So you would be
So-
able to tell, well, it's partly spirit based, but spirit is the infection vector. So the shard itself is now basically inert. The bit around the shard...
See, his initial plan was just to rip up the floorboard.
I mean, that could work. You're not sure exactly how much of the house is house and how much is spirit, but you would know that using your spirit, you could directly affect the spirit of the house, and that seems to be what gets infected.
Mm-mm.
And when you've prime, you can then just annihilate it as opposed to cutting.
Yep, he's... If that's what the spirit wants, he is going to annihilate a very specific part of the floor.
Okay.
That spirit is... I'm gonna go bye-bye. Spirit rat. -2. This is going to... This is 2 dice, I think.
Can't do it.
It's going to come down to this roll.
I'm gonna re-roll 1.
Okay.
That's 2 successes.
You needed 2 successes.
Oh, thank fuck.
The shard drops inert into a pit. As suddenly the floorboards in a circular area about a foot and a half around where that shard was stabbed in disappear. There's no cut marks, there's no ridged sawtooth edges to it, there's no splinters. The floorboards simply stop. And the hole suddenly exists. Below it, there's some concrete that's removed, and all the way down to earth. As suddenly a chunk of the house just ceases to be. But in your mind, you just hear a gurgled, strangled sigh.
Ford's intent at this point is to fucking leg it.
Okay, Zen, what are you going to do? You feel your conditional magic drop by 1. You also feel a strange relief. But it's not the relief of someone who's not in pain anymore, it's more the relief of someone who's cut off that limb that was tourniqueted.
I'm gonna come back in the back through the portal.
Mhm.
I'm gonna see what's happening.
From what you can see from your angle, you can see a hole in the ground, a shard just dropping into it now. Over it stands a shadowy figure who looks slightly... surprised isn't maybe the word, but curious at that hole. In front of you, you see Mac and Bloodwind both having just cast spells, somewhat ineffectively.
Gonna heft one of my swords and chuck it.
At?
The shadow.
Okay, just checking.
I like that you asked.
I had to.
Yeah.
Okay. Feel free to make me a strength plus athletics roll.
Okay. That's weird. Oh yeah, because I threw my staff at Orchid as my last action. So it was still selected.
Okay.
4.
Reactive counter spell, -2 dice.
Reactive cast, right? Not counter spell.
Reactive cast. Yeah. As it heads towards it, you see a vague white light appear on the edge of it, and the figure turns into Mac. It seems to eat away at the edges of the sword, but only a little bit, and the sword thud, hits it, sticks inside, but partway through, almost like this figure isn't entirely there. But it does hit, and it does do some damage. I imagine those being like that long probably counts as a +2, like a big knife.
They're fairly large. They're like full on. Let's see if I can find a picture. But
oh yeah, probably a +3 then. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. In which case, yeah.
Got a picture from Karate Mart. There you go. That's what they look like.
Where is this? Where is this?
It's alright, it's in Zoom.
Oh, okay. I will take a look at Zoom then. Be that way.
I mean, I can put it in the Discord.
Ah, those ones. Okay, yeah. Right, yeah. It's hit, and it seems to suffer some damage, but you're not exactly sure how much. It then looks to you. It changes. It forms into a figure of black robes with black stars and a black rod of some kind in one hand. And it fixes its eyes on you. I don't think anyone can counterspell this, although anyone with Prime may try.
Sure, I'll try.
Ford's gonna try.
Okay. -1 because you have no tongue.
So
one's-
-2 overall.
-2 overall.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
That's maximum 2 successes.
Oh, Ford, what's up? You're being really mumbly.
Okay, so maximum 2 successes. Right. You feel, not Karad, Zen, you feel that burning rage, that anger, that now seems much more at the forefront of your mind than ever before. Before, you suppressed it, you meditated, you lived a very structured life. You feel it start to boil over. Make me a willpower roll.
Okay. I have aggravated willpower damage. So... Okay.
Mm-hmm. One? Great. You didn't even need to fail the normal threshold for Bloodthirsty, let alone the +1 that he gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone and everything has just got it out for you. Everything just offends you. Everything has made you angry. Everything just needs to... You need to vent your anger. Now, of course, some things deserve it more than others, and that can include the figure who, just cast a spell at you, but at the end, it's still boiling over, and there's no way to sate it.
I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay. That makes it Mac and Bloodwind. You may choose who goes first.
I've got an idea. Can I... Let me, think of wording, I guess. So the spirit, the thing that we're up against, can I tell if it's like a spirit or something, or would I know with like my earlier matter roll that it's still like a worldly object?
You know, off the top of your head, part of it is related to the sphere of matter. It might not be necessarily actual matter, but it's certainly related to the sphere of matter, or certainly somewhat under the jurisdiction, but it doesn't seem to entirely respond, especially considering how you cast a spell and nothing happened. You can't tell at all anything to do with spirit, because you don't have the spirit sphere. You would certainly know that someone with spirit conjured it, whether they also used their matter sphere or some other sphere. But you also know if Orchid was telling the truth, Orchid said she was summoning a spirit. So unless she lied and brought something else forward, there is at least some spirit component, presumably, because she reached out with spirit, if she's telling the truth.
That's enough for me. I believe there is a thing in Prime somewhere. I'm going to enchant the pattern of the sword that is stuck into being, using Prime.
Oh.
Interact with spirits.
Okay.
That's 2 successes.
Yeah. It's going to try and counterspell you.
It probably will.
1 success. You need 2 successes. You need 1 for the effect, and you need 1 for to make it last. So
can I
you
send my willpower to those 2 dice that I can still reroll?
Yeah. You probably need 3, but yeah, go for it. Because enchanting's a pretty major thing, so you probably need 2 to get the enchantment, 1 for time. So yeah, you can reroll if you want.
Ability of a crit, if you're lucky.
Oh!
You're welcome.
There we go.
Bard's tongue in real life.
Tongue.
Okay. So that is what? How many successes in total? 6?
Yes.
Okay. Brought down to 5. I said you needed 3. The time goes up. So the time will go up from a scene to a day to a week.
Sweet.
That sword will now interact with spirits for a week. You will have to keep maintaining it for that long if you wish to have it for that long. But yes, may I note you're now maintaining a spell. Make a quick insight roll.
Wits insight?
Yep.
So just wits then.
That's what it's then.
1.
1 is enough for you because you cast a spell. It doesn't seem to do any major damage or anything, but you are suddenly aware that the shape was previously completely ignoring the fact that it had a sword stuck through it, now suddenly falters and looks at the sword almost surprised. Maybe not quite surprised, but definitely curious.
Okay.
And there is certainly a reaction of pain. Very minor. But it's not like it's damaged pain, it's just like that actually is aggravating. That brings us to Bloodwind.
Cool.
Okay, Bloodwind's like noticing that Ford's like and is unable to talk. So she's gonna be like, fuck, come here a second. Just sort of reach over to him and like shove her fingers into his mouth.
Ford is around the corner. You can't quite see him because he's in a room that he can see the doorway into the
right. Sorry,
corridor.
I thought I could see him.
No, sorry.
In that case, that's not what's gonna happen then.
You actually make me a wits plus life. You might be able to know he's nearby just because of your life.
Where are we? Red. Wits instead. Come here. There we go.
Ooh.
You are aware that Ford is A, nearby, B, round through that doorway right next to the spirit, and C, has his tongue ripped out. And you have a good enough lock, I will say you could definitely heal him from here.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to be like, right, okay, let's fucking sort you out. And I will attempt to heal his tongue.
I will raise the threshold by 1 because he's quite far away, but yes.
Okay, and that's life for rat, yeah?
Life for rat. 2 successes per aggravated.
4
So
successes?
4 successes minus 1, 3 successes. You may heal 1 aggravated and a bludgeoning if you have one.
I don't have a bludgeoning, although I guess the aggravated turns to bludgeoning?
No, you have to directly heal it because of the type of damage it is, I think, so...
I'm not going to gripe, still got rid of 1 aggravated.
Yeah. So, with that, Ford, it's your go.
Oh, Ford gets to do things now?
Mm-hmm.
The spirit, is it looking at Ford at this point?
No, it's looking more down the other end of the corridor because someone just made it hurt.
Oh. Okay. Well... Ford is going to escape into a door and see if he can get a weapon of some sort.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You dive into the nearest door. You find a room full of all kinds of swords, some Oriental, some European, Western, some different influences in there. There's some even from, like, the Middle East, circa, 12th century. There's also Uzis, sub-automatic weapons, all kinds.
Huh. He's going to pick up some sort of balanced throwing knife.
Oh, God. Actually,
No?
roll me 2 dice. Just 2 dice.
2 dice. Okay. Is this to see if the house has forgiven me for telling...
No,
Goblin
this is something else to do with the house. You did perform a lobotomy.
It's 10 and a 1. What does that even...
You find a weapon, it's in your back.
Oh, God, a 10 and a 1? Okay. Roll me a d2. This is either going to be very good or very bad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's going to Narnia. I knew it.
Okay.
Oh, it's a
You
1.
managed to find your way into the room I said before. The door closes behind you, and there's a plethora of weapons.
Good.
I'm
Ford,
just not worried about the door closing behind you bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ford doesn't care. He's in too much trouble at this point. Ford's going to pick up a thrown weapon.
Shurikens, thrown daggers, throwing axe.
Throwing axe.
Okay.
Ford picks up a couple of throwing axes.
Okay, you get yourself some throwing axes.
Yeah, and I guess that's his turn.
You've still got a little bit of movement left.
He's gonna go and prepare himself by the door just in case it follows him.
Okay, cool.
Just for this moment.
In which case, if it does come through the door, you'll take an attack with -2 because you've done stuff. Seems reasonable. Cool. Let's move on then. The thing is going to have a go. And... Mac. Looks at you.
Good.
It's going to spend its entire turn as it grows a little bit darker and a little bit bigger, almost. And its shape condenses into someone that some of you have seen before. Part of the face becomes bubbled, pockmarked. There's a roughness to it. It's hard to tell what it is with just shadow. But thinner of face. Taller. With a mixture of combat fatigues and robes, which is a very strange sight that you've only seen on one person before. Blackened shadow form of Warden Trejo stands in front of you.
Good.
Broadway's just like, oh, fuck!
Zen, you're up.
I'm going to... Before, Zen was always kind of calm and poker-faced and, chill. Now his eyes are dead. And he's gonna... Like what happened with Orchid, he's gonna drop onto his knees. He's gonna let go of the blade. And then he's gonna slam his hands into the floor. And I'd like to invoke Chaos, if I can. On the house.
Oh.
Okay, make me a willpower roll real quick.
Okay.
I just need to know if the house is going to perceive this. The problem is the house is also compromised. Josh, now you are the house's proxy. Roll me 2 dice.
Wait, what?
I failed.
You
Nothing.
failed. Okay, but the house could still fail.
got a 7 and a
Okay.
4.
With one success over his 2, the house does perceive you doing this. It cuts off the what's it called? The conditional magic to you, but you may still cast.
Okay. And I'll re-roll. I think I can. Oh, I can re-roll 3. Ha!
Oh!
Okay. The house is going to attempt its own counterspell,
That's
but it
8
doesn't get.
successes.
It gets half its dice pool because reasons.
Yeah.
I'll round down. Okay, 7 successes. You just want pure chaos.
I think it's 8 successes.
It's 8 successes,
Oh, 8
yes.
successes, Jesus. You just want pure chaos.
Anytime anything happens, it has a random chance to completely change. And so if someone walks through a door, they might come out through the ceiling. If someone casts a spell, it could have a completely, like, literally
God damn it, sheepdog. I had a cool idea.
How long would you like this to last?
forever. Like, for as long as can possibly be a thing.
Okay, so you'll have to divide the successes between time and effect. The higher the effect you want, the less you'll put onto time. If you put 3 successes towards time, it'll last for a week, but it will be 5 successes in terms of badness, which is pretty major. Alternatively, you could have it last like a year for 5 successes and 3 successes of badness, which is still pretty bad, but not as...
You know what? I'm gonna go with a day.
Do you have a point of quintessence?
Jesus Christ.
I do also have a point of quintessence.
In which case, you can make it 7 badness and invest a point of quintessence to make it perpetual.
Done.
Okay.
Fucking. Well, I had a cool idea. Now we're fucked. Thanks, sheepdog.
It's all gone a bit Doctor Strange.
It is 7 degrees of badness,
Mhm.
and the chaos is up to you. I leave that to you.
Okay. None of you know what just happened. You definitely see Zen do something.
Can I, like, smash my hands through the floor with this?
Sure.
Just for effect.
Okay. Right. In which case, that makes it Bloodwin or Mac. Who wants to go first?
Bloodwin, I've got an idea. Bulk me up.
Oh, God.
Are you fucking? Oh, fine, whatever. Hang on. Right. Okay. Hang on. I'm just gonna sort of like. But Blodgeon's way of doing this is just basically to give him a nipple twisty. Look, everything's got to be done with a bit of.
Oh, this may change the rules of the house as well.
Okay.
You must kill to stay.
Again,
That's cool. That's cool. That's fine. Okay.
the intention here is to make everything bad and also to sever his ties to the house and everything.
What?
So,
Sheepy trying to make everything bad? This is
Oh,
an
boom!
easy
Full
one.
success. There you go. There you go. Woo! Fucking get swole, you bastard!
If you want to adjust the rules of the house, I leave that up to you.
Okay. I will do so. This is going to be interesting. Surprisingly enough, though, this spell happens, and nothing affects the spell. But the spell goes through. You get bulked up by strength, wasn't it?
Yes, please.
You get 4 points of strength, unless that takes you over 5, in which case the next 6, 7 each cost 2 points.
Okay, so that puts me at 5 then.
Okay. Because beyond that, you become abhuman, and it becomes harder to cast. Sure. Right. In which case, you become a hulking monstrosity of a Mac.
All right then, let's finish this. I run up to the shadow creature, I take the sword, and I attempt to, like, stab it through it.
Okay.
I believe
Right.
that's a strength melee?
Strength melee.
Four successes.
Okay. As you do this, the corridor tilts backwards, and it turns into a shaft. I need you to make a dexterity plus athletics roll to actually make this attack, as everything is thrown off balance.
Okay, can my running bonus apply? Or
No,
Okay.
This is just quickness of action and trying to steady yourself.
I'm gonna willpower that. 2.
Okay. You manage to make the attack but at 1 lower degree, which means it's a 3. Warden Trejo Shadow rolls a 3. Sorry. You pull the sword out successfully, but then as you go to swing, Warden Trejo Shadows flicks to the side, and as you try and redirect it mid-air, the shaft goes whoop, and you go whee, and you start falling. We're going to cut away from you mid-fall. Everyone down the end of the corridor is fine because they're basically close enough to the door that they can then brace themselves. Warden Trejo Shadow is going to be falling as well. That brings us to the top of the round. In the armory, Ford.
Space change.
What would you like to do?
If Ford is still on his feet,
Yes.
Ford doesn't know what's happening. So he's going to open the door.
Okay. You open the door.
Where does he come out?
You find brickwork in front of you.
Come on, I would really appreciate it if I could go and help my friend. He doesn't actually say that. His tongue is still healing. So
Oh, you hear.
he articulates this through the spirit.
Okay. What you hear in your head is, Humpty Dumpty had a big war. Humpty Dumpty went to market. Humpty Dumpty sold bacon, and then his house got blown down.
Why do I destroy everything I love?
I had a plan, and then...
Look, I wouldn't have done it except for he said you hate everything and everyone and everyone's out to get you. You want revenge.
Okay. Ford is going to attempt to figure out what's going on. Probably with the spirit, because that's the place it seems to be going wrong.
Okay. Make a spirit plus wits and make me a prime plus wits as well.
Okay, they're both 2, so I'll just press the button twice. First is spirit, second is wits.
Okay.
3 spirit, 1 wits. Prime.
The spirit has suffered trauma. You effectively lobotomized part of it, and it effectively lobotomized itself to give you the quintessence to do that spell.
Oh.
The first part, it would the second part, it would regenerate because it naturally accumulates quintessence, this being on a very minor node, which is how it can power itself and constantly do all the things it does. The first part, you have to see how it comes out of having part of itself destroyed because it was integrated into the house. You just nullified part of it.
Ford is like, I've got to stop doing this, but it's still better than being a shadow monster, so...
The spirit certainly asked for it. Second, there's an effect going on. All around you, there is a pervasive spell that seems attached to the spirit. You're not sure what spirit is.
Well, it's not going to be good. Ford is just going to keep opening and closing the door and see what
Okay. You open the door, close the door, brickwork. You open the door, close the door, brickwork. You open the door, close the door, broom closet. You open the door, close the door, brickwork. You open and close the door. Roll me a D100.
Swimming pool.
Oh, a D100. I was going to roll 100 D10s there for a second. That is 75.
It's a kitchen.
Ford's going to leave the door open, or prop the door open with the axe, go back, grab some more weapons, shuffle through the door, and then close it.
Do you just grab like a random bundle of weapons?
Grabs a gun, grabs a sword, grabs like some other stuff he shoves into
You have
it,
one of everything.
and then shuffles awkwardly into the kitchen. and like just grabs himself a glass of water because at this point, washes out his mouth.
Okay. Yep, you do that. Make me a stamina plus resolve roll.
Two successes.
You put it to your lips before you splutter out. The water is brown.
I sniff it.
It's the sewage water going to the tap now.
Ew, what the fuck is going on here?
Okay. Meanwhile, in the corridor, Warden Trejo is falling. Warden Trejo is going to cast something to stop Warden Trejo falling. That would be... Warden Trejo stops midair. Gravity does not apply to Warden Trejo anymore. Floating almost like an astronaut in 0G, except the fact that Mac is falling and everyone else is on the bottom of a very long corridor. That brings it to Zen. What would you like to do?
Where am I?
So the corridor tilted up. There's a door behind you, which is now the floor, and you're kind of braced on one side of the door. Blodwen's on the other. Mac's falling backwards, and Warden Trejo is floating.
Who's closest?
Blodwen, she's right next to you.
I'm going to swing my sword at Blodwen.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck, but?
Blodwen, make a wits awareness roll.
Okay. You dick!
You may make an insight roll if you so wish instead.
Oh Jesus, what's better, my awareness or my insight? Where is my insight? As much of it is, yeah, awareness is better. That's fine. I'll take that.
You do catch the turn as Zen turns toward you with the sword. You may both roll your attack and dodge rolls, unless, Fuzzy, you would like to do something on your turn which would be similar to the counterpart. You can roll against each other then.
Can I try and lock his elbow joints?
It's a like slashing weapon as well as a...
Yeah, I just like to sort of like basically sort of
Yeah,
like...
this would probably have to be 2 rolls then. So if you can make the attack roll and the dodge roll, Fuzzy, and then Fuzzy at the same time would... No, Fuzzy, it wouldn't be... Sorry, it wouldn't be a dodge roll. You'd make a... This would be a reactive spell casting. So make a life plus arret -2.
Life plus arret -2, okay. Because honestly, I probably wouldn't dodge, just be like, fucking stop! And try and make his arm actually stop. Okay, life plus arret -2. Have we got any quintessence left?
I don't know.
Are you going to make it permanent?
Oh, no, arret.
Yes.
I meant not quintessence. I don't know if I've got any arret. Okay, -2, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's no.
Okay. And strength plus melee.
Oh, that's melee. 5.
Okay.
Oh.
However, as you do this, the room begins to flip the other way up. You'll need to make me a dexterity athletics check to be able to land this blow.
Oh Jesus! Does that mean I'm now falling upwards, or?
It means
Am
you're
I
going to
now-
be falling downwards back into Warden Trejo.
Sweet.
It's all gone a bit
Yeah, you managed to attack. Yeah. You don't do it in time. You raise the hands, but the sword cuts in straight into your palm and down your arm before embedding itself in your shoulder. You take 4 points of aggravated damage.
That was a crit, just FYI.
Oh.
So it's 5 degrees of success.
Wait, who got hit then? Sorry.
Okay, so it's 5 versus her 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2. Plus the 3 damage. So 5. It's 5 aggravated damage.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
And as he does that, he lands a blow as you all spin and suddenly feel your inner ear flip. The corridor is now upside down again, and you're all falling backwards.
I had 1 bashing damage from last week.
Mm-hmm.
That would still be there, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I've got 5 aggravated and 1 bashing, and that fills up my... Am I down?
You are unconscious.
Fuck. Right, okay, cool.
Yeah, the sword digs into your shoulder and pushes you back against the wall. The force of the blow against the wall as you bounce off it, as you start to spin down the corridor and freefall, knocks you out.
Blood everywhere.
And Bloodwind starts turning into a bloody spinning top. Mac, continuing to go down and then flip actually means that you'll probably end up meeting them midair and then sailing down with them because you have momentum. So Mac is probably going to be sailing down along with Zen, Warden Trejo in the middle of the corridor. The physics is fun, guys. Meanwhile, Mac, have you had a go? Yeah, no, it's now Mac and Bloodwind. Bloodwind's out. Mac, you're up.
I want to slash, just split Warden Trejo on my way back down. Or up. I don't know anymore.
Okay, yeah, sure. Make an attack roll.
I just want this to happen. It's a cool thing. Crit for 7!
Warden Trejo's going to do reactive casting.
There's so many crits going on right now.
Not a crit! Warden Trejo
Come here!
looks at you, gestures out of a hand, and you begin to slow, feeling like your momentum is being cancelled out. However, you manage to just about bring the sword down straight into Warden Trejo's side. Warden Trejo takes 4 points plus the 3, 7 points of aggravated if Warden Trejo were a normal person. The shadow bursts and becomes small sections of darkness that begin to creep out, finding themselves on walls and then suddenly slithering away to each door and making themselves scarce. However, you are now still in free fall, having burst a shadow in front of you with a sword. And
Also,
right behind you is an unconscious and bleeding out Bloodwind.
Ooh.
And Zen, also with a sword, in free fall. As you do that attack, make a dexterity athletics roll.
Okay.
Oh, also, yes, you would have lost the extra strength.
Ah.
I can't be bothered, that's fine.
Yeah, it can happen now.
Yeah.
I saw in the chat just said, I had to step away for 5 minutes. What did I miss?
Oh, God. Yeah, you successfully made that attack, no problem. However, as you are now vaguely in the center of the corridor, and you are falling in one direction, the corridor flips back so that the floor is now the ceiling. The ceiling is now the floor, but it seems to begin to spin faster and faster and faster around a central point in the corridor. You being in the center are going to get very, very dizzy. However, Zen, having the momentum flying towards you, hits the ground and is going to roll into you. Bloodwind also doing the same. We're going to get to the top of the round, and Bod, you're in a kitchen with sewage in a glass.
Board pours out the sewage, tries again.
Roll me a D3.
How many possible liquids are there?
In a house that are on tap, or could be on tap, exactly 3.
There was an error.
What about
with
the
your-
gas mains as well?
I don't think they're
That's
connected.
plumbing. Well, I mean, technically the
Good
sewage should
point.
be...
Cancel that. Make a D4.
Sorry.
Has to be a D4, I'm sorry. Buzzy's entirely correct.
Oh, is there like gas, sewage?
Clean water, grey water, brown water, gas.
1.
Great! That's the worst option. You open the tap. Make me a wits awareness roll.
You smell something weird.
What's the name of that really old game? Is it Pipe Dream? Where you have to like you like spin the pipes in a house and connect them all up.
1.
Doesn't seem to work. You flick the tap a few times. You flick the tap a few times more. You're not exactly sure what's going on. Like, you put your hand under it, you feel something. It takes you about a fair few seconds. And you're like,
panic, close the tap, like start waving around with a tea towel, run to the other side of the room, flip a table up, hide behind it, look around for any bare electric wires or any fire source or anything like that.
Don't turn anything on or off.
okay.
Wait. And he's going to. I'm assuming I don't have initiative at this point, right?
I'm still counting you as the top of the initiative order. You can go do something else if you want.
Okay. No. Ford is going to holster a couple of throwing axes in his belt, and then start to work on an extended spell to see if he can heal the spirit and bolster it a bit.
Okay.
Because at the moment, that's what he thinks the problem is.
Yep. Okay. You can start working on that. Zen.
Yep.
The corridor is spinning around you as you tumble over towards Mac. You are now facing Mac. The body of Bloodwind is next to you. And you are in the center of a spinning corridor. Now, this is more like, I assume you've all seen Gladiator. Not the film, but like the TV show. Where people would battle on spinning and moving objects.
With cotton buds.
With
Giant cotton buds.
Yeah, now in this case, your cotton buds are actually swords.
Gladiators.
And you're in the middle of a
Hooray!
spinning large rectangle. Bear in mind that where you're fighting at the moment, it's somewhat difficult. If anyone gets pushed back from where you are, the sheer momentum is going to make it harder and harder until you get flung back with centripetal force. You are in a giant centrifuge. Zen, you'll go.
Am I spinning round back then?
Like a
if he's
little
in the
bit.
center.
He's almost dead center. You're just a little bit further away.
Okay. I'd like to hook into Mac, please.
Okay, Mac, what would you like to do on your turn? Are you going to be fighting back?
You very definitely see the dead eyes of Zen. Like, he is... Yeah, you can probably tell at this point that he's lost his shit.
I don't think I'll fight him with the sword. What I think I'll do is, on my turn, I'd like to try and dodge and make his weapon in the sand.
Okay, in which case we'll do it one by one, because it'll be on your turn. So then, if you want to make a dodge, and if you want to make me a dexterity melee, because this is more about the dexterity of hooking that in.
Perfect. Oh.
3 versus the dodge of 3. Does anyone like to willpower?
I'll pass.
I'll pass.
Okay. I'll offer you both a dirty compromise.
Ooh, I love a dirty compromise.
You manage to lock the sword in just about, but the sheer effort involved knocks the sword out of your hand briefly, and then the corridor takes it, and it flies down to one end of the corridor. If you would both accept this...
Would it do anything to Mac?
No, but it would disarm both of you.
Okay.
Mac?
I'm fine with it.
Okay. The sword's lock, but your arm takes it too far out, and the sheer weight flings it away. And it goes... bounces off the corridor wall until it embeds itself in the far end. Okay. Mac. Your turn.
Well, I don't really need to turn his sword into sand anymore, so I think I'm going to make my own attack instead.
Okay. What are you going to do?
I would like to pull out a throwing knife and throw it at him.
Okay. He's just about far enough away that you could probably do this. Feel free to make a dexterity athletics or strength athletics.
Dexterity athletics +1 because I have a throwing specialty.
Okay. I will say that there'll be a -1 to all attacks that are going to involve any sort of precision because everything is spinning.
That's fair.
Things are going to get dizzy fast.
5 successes.
Okay. Zen, what would you like to do?
I'd like to roll out the way, which is probably going to take me further out into the thing. to be honest.
I'm just waiting for you to get slammed into the wall.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know those fairground rides with like all the chairs around the outside and then sort of like just a big empty space in the middle and they just sort of go round and then...
Well, the middle section they're on is still rotating. So...
No, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just like a big ring of seats and sort of like it just spins really fast and then you can stand in the middle and just be like, yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know the one you're on about.
Mhm.
Yep.
I
It's fucking
would
terrifying.
like to roll in the direction of Bloodwind.
Okay. Make me a dexterity athletics roll.
Why?
And I will re-roll that one.
Okay.
I swear to God, if you... Actually, you know what? It's fine, because I did
Go on,
pull
10.
You're hit with the throwing knife. It does 4 points of aggravated damage. As it sinks deep into your chest, knocking you backwards a little bit.
I know I pulled your character's head off the other week, but...
Look, at this point, everyone just needs a sheepy character on their kill list.
I mean, you pulled off one of my character's heads, you shot a different one, like...
Well,
You used the
I
butler
don't...
to shield yourself from the billion, shards.
However, with that attack, you don't need to make a dexterity roll or anything like that. The attack succeeds. The speed of the spinning corridor doubles.
For fuck's sake.
I want you both to make me stamina resolve checks.
Okay.
Mac. You are extremely dizzy. You stagger and stumble. We'll be taking a -2 to any future checks while this is going
Oh,
on.
for fuck's sake.
Zen, your training comes back in and kicks in. You manage to clench your abs. Your stomach stops turning quite so much. You're okay. At least mechanically, you're still probably dizzy and nauseous. Right. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, I assume you're going to just continue using the long casty spell?
Yeah, because Ford wants. I'm assuming there's no medical equipment in the kitchen, so Ford wants medical equipment, and he
There's
thinks
probably a small first aid kit, like just in case of stuff happens in the kitchen. That's where a lot of accidents happen.
Always be prepared.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna look for a first aid kit without calling on the powers of the house.
Yeah, you probably find a small first aid kit without too much issue.
All right. Well, he's going to start dabbing his tongue and doing basic antiseptic stuff.
But
Okay.
just a second, I thought you were... But...
He's dabbing his tongue. Yeah, cool. Make me a first aid roll of some kind. Medicine plus intelligence.
Oh, so that's intelligence then.
Oh, wits, but it'll be less effective. There'll be a slightly raised threshold.
No, just intelligence. 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you can convert one of those aggravated to bashing.
Good. He's going to stop there because it's basically the limit of his knowledge. Gather it up, and then continue with the extended healing.
Okay.
House healing spell.
Right. Back in the arena. Zen, what would you like to do?
Can I try and overcome my need to mercilessly kill?
Sure.
Do that?
Roll me a willpower test at +1.
I have no willpower. So 1.
Roll 1 dice. I'll be generous. Nope.
Were you going to say if I get a 10? Then
If
I
you get a
succeed?
10, you succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No! If anything, you're more angry. And now someone is standing in front of you. Someone who's now vulnerable. They seem to be vomiting, almost. Trying to not vomit, at least, but it's close.
Yeah, but I'm an assassin. And there's an easier kill here. And I've got a knife in my chest.
That is true.
So I'm going to stab Bloodwind in the neck.
Okay.
Can I react with counterspell to like try to turn his clothing into wood so that he cannot move?
That's a much bigger object than
wood.
affecting the knife, but if you wish to.
Rubber knife! Rubber knife!
Sure, yeah, rubber knife. We'll do that.
-2 dice. -2 dice again because you are currently very, very nauseous. Please make your attack roll.
Which one is it? Is it Dex or Strength?
This will be a strength, probably. Yeah.
Jesus. Both of our successes were 10s.
Here's the thing, though. Reactive casting isn't necessarily I take your dice away. It still needs to have the effect. One of which is for the time, and one of which is for the effect. You only need the 2 successes there. Do you want to reroll?
I only have 1 die.
Oh. Bodwin.
Mm-hmm.
You take 3 points of aggravated damage as you're stabbed in the neck.
Am I dead?
I think you're dead.
I think I'm dead.
Bodwin. Considering how close that die roll was, I'll let you make a willpower test to actually manage to just about come around for long enough.
Oh, Jesus. Right, okay. How do I roll willpower again? Is it
You would just have to type the number in manually or whatever, so like use the die pool macro and then however many unmarked boxes on your willpower track.
4. Okay, right, so...
It might be a thing also just because I caused chaos in the house and it should come back to me that possibly chaos intervenes in some weird way.
You also do have to make a dex athletics, that's a good point.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Ho ho ho!
8,
Don't
10.
fuck with Bloodwin.
Okay, and if she can make that dex athletics?
Alright.
Oh, this is terrifying.
Yep.
It's not fun when it's happening to you, is it, Fuzzy?
No. This is very
Oh! Well, it doesn't matter too much actually because I completely forgot that. As you go to attack, the spinning increases and it throws your balance.
Again.
So you lose 2 successes, which means you had 0 successes. The knife flies from your grip, bounces off the wall and down to the far end. You are knocked over and fall a little bit further before managing to just about grab yourself, but you are now a bit down the corridor and things are starting to kick in. Bloodwin, because you did roll all successes, and I did call for the roll, you don't take that damage, so make sure you're still in that 1 batching.
Mm-hmm.
You can mark off the bashing damage.
Fuck yeah. Right, so does this mean I'm slightly... I'm just like, oh!
You're just about conscious as you feel like the end of the knife bounce off your neck. Maybe a fist as part of like his hand just about catches you as he's overbalanced.
I'm
fucking can just fucking...
I'm pretty sure your arm is also split all the way.
Yeah.
Into her shoulder. Yep.
Oh, this is fucking great, innit? Jesus fucking... Fine. Fuck.
I also need you to make a resolve plus stamina roll.
Oh, good. Cool. That's fine. Where are we? Stamina. Resolve.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a shame that Elliot or Orchid or both isn't here for this because that would
successes.
be fun.
Yeah. You're really got good abs. Your gut is iron. All the drinking sessions. You are fine. Okay, in which case... Zen.
I have total control over my body. I'm a life mage.
What would you like to do?
Well, I've had my
Yeah, he just had his go, right?
I shouldn't.
Oh
get
yeah,
to
sorry. It is Mac. You're correct.
I want to not vomit. And then... I don't know. I guess I'm just going to go for it. I pull out another throwing knife. I'm going to try to finish off Zen. Because as far as I know, he's gone... He's bloody lost it, and, well, he did something to the house, and now we're spinning at Gyrocopter max speed 3.
Okay. Firstly, make me a Dex Athletics.
-2?
-2.
Yeah. I'm gonna willpower that. Fuck it.
Okay.
2.
You lose 1 dice from this attack in addition to the -2 you've got already, so you're losing 3 dice. Feel free to make the attack.
So that's a dex, athletics, also -2.
-3 now, because you've got the -2 and then the -1 for the poor attack.
But I also have a +1.
Yes, then.
Oh, thank God. Sorry,
Zen.
Sheepy, but you know.
Would you like to reactive cast, or would you like to dodge?
Let's have a look. I will dodge.
Okay. No. You are hit for 6 points of aggravated damage.
I'm sorry, Sheepdog, but I'm also kind of not.
No, it is perfectly fine.
As the knife sinks deep into your eye, you go end over end down the corridor as the centrifugal force takes you bam, bam, bam off each wall. The knife gets pushed in deeper and deeper with each bounce, and you go bang, 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 bang until you hit the far end, at which point there's a bone-breaking.
Could I do one last thing as I'm going?
What would you like to do?
I'd like to throw the orchid out.
You may totally do that.
Fucking orchid.
Just like as I'm tumbling and like the knife's there, like just let it, like release it into the air.
Okay. Make me an entropy ret for funsies.
Aye. I was going to ask if I could.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
1 success.
Terrible.
The orchid is a little bit bruised and battered, but it does end up floating down right in front of you. Mac.
Kill it with fire.
However, now looking over, you notice that Blobwin is awake and also only just about hanging on, as the speed is now 4 times its starting speed.
Oh, this is not fucking good. What the fuck's going on?
But the room is a magical effect, right?
Probably? What?
Spinning.
I don't know. I'm just gonna try and heal my arm, because, you know, this is not good.
And the person that just cast the magical thing is now dying, or, well, dead. Does that mean that the house finally stops spinning, so I don't have to hurl?
That's the thing about entropy. An effect in motion continues in motion. The spell might be over.
Can I try to counterspell it with Prime? Or at least to slow it down a bit?
There is no spell to counterspell. It is gone.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna actually grow hooks in my. I'm just gonna turn my fingertips into hooks and just like grab onto the floor.
Okay, feel free to make your heal rolls. Bear in mind, you don't get any paradox because you're currently in a place that's definitely.
Okay. Life ret. 3 successes.
1 point of aggravated.
Oh. You know what that'll do for now, and then I'd like to do the hook fingers, which is also life ret, right?
Yep. You'll need like 2 successes. Then.
Did that roll? No, it didn't. It disappeared. That's weird. I'm basically Gecko Woman. Ching ching.
Yeah, no, you've got like these crazy scything talon fingers as you go. You're fine, absolutely fine, no problems. Don't even need to make another test to hang on, but you will get very dizzy. You are now both in the center of the spinning hallway.
My inner ear next turn.
Okay, you're in the middle of a spinning corridor. There are rooms presumably around you, but the corridor itself is massively in motion. What would you like to do?
Mac just sort of sinks to his knees for a bit and just contemplates what just happened, and now that like the stress of combat is over, things start to sink in.
Is he fucking dead?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Was that a fucking orchid?
I look at it and say, yeah.
Cool. Can you burn it or something? Give it here. Give it here.
I reluctantly get up and bring her the orchid.
I'm going to try and kill every single cell in the orchid.
Okay, make the roll.
All right. I don't look. We remember what happened last time, right? I'm going to re-roll. I'm going to fucking willpower re-roll that. I just don't like orchids, okay? Tricky bastards.
We've been conditioned.
How many can I re-roll? Is that 3?
Yep. The flower fades, petals start to come off it, and turn
I want to
to
make
mush.
sure every single cell in that motherfucker is dead.
Make a wit's life.
Right. Oops. No. Wits and
Yeah, it's dead.
okay, that's fine. Yep. All right. Fucking orchids. Fucking cunts. Fucker. Right. And then I'm gonna be like, right. He's definitely dead, right? I would like to try and sense if Zen is actually dead.
Okay, with the same rolls as before, yeah, he's dead.
Oh, okay. All right.
Got him right in the eye, and then it.
Should we try and bring him back, or? Right. Oh fuck! Somebody turn the fucking house off.
That's the thing. I don't think we can.
Right. Can you do any fucking bullshit to this to make it not do things?
It's entropy. It's pure chaos.
Ah, fuck.
Zen did something, and all this crazy shit started happening, and then he lost it, and he went for you, and I just.
Great. That's fucking
He didn't
great.
really leave me much of a choice, now did he?
Fuck.
Oh God.
Fuck. All right then. Shit. Fuck. Where the fuck did Ford go?
I don't know if the house just suddenly started spinning and flipping its shit. Literally.
Ford can talk to the fucking house, right?
I need you both to make strength plus stamina rolls.
Cool. Do I get a bonus because I've got claws?
Yeah, you know, plus 3 bonus.
Boom. That's 13, not 3. There we go. Yeah, I'm fine.
Logan, you're fine. Absolutely fine. Mac, you start slipping down to one end of the corridor as your strength begins to give out.
I'm gonna grab Mac and hang on to him. And just sort of like, come here, you fucking idiot. Right, so we need to, I'm gonna try and sense, and if I can, like, I'm just gonna use my fucking life sense and see if I can work out where Ford is from here.
Okay. Make a life plus a wits roll.
Life and... Oh, it's gone there. Don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up.
Ooh.
Sure. You're left.
Right, in that case, I'd like to sort of just like dragging fucking Mac with me, just like claw my way over to the door on the left.
You open it. Ford. You see into a corridor, and for some reason, the 2 people in the corridor look battered, bruised, bleeding, and look like they're slowly dragging themselves into your room. It's Blodwyn and Mac, but they seem to be dragging themselves like they're under some massive force that you cannot see.
Do not fucking come out here! Also, can you tell the house to fucking stop? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm going to try and heal his tongue a bit more.
I'm just like,
So are we in a normal room now?
I need you both to make strength plus stamina rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, you heal a point of aggravated.
Yay! Strength and stamina. And I get +3, right?
Yes, because of your claws.
Yeah.
I'm a 1 aggravated.
I'm a Wolverine on. Can I be hanging on to him for all I'm worth?
If you do that, you'll not make any progress, but you can probably save him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, oh, for fuck's sake! I'm just
Okay.
like over the top of him, just like.
Make me a strength athletics roll. You only need to get 2 successes.
Oh, good. You've named the successes. This is great. This is gonna go amazingly well. Where are we? Athletics.
Yeah. You manage to just about hang on to him and make a foot of progress towards the door, but you still can't get there. Your arms are beginning to tire. You both take 1 point of bludgeoning. Both take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. That's fine. That's good.
Close the door. That's enough of that then.
Fucking dickhead!
No, Ford goes over to the door and like tries to orient himself and look, and then like
make a resolve. Composure?
Oh, great.
You're looking through into someone that's using different physics from where you're standing. That's going to fuck with your head a lot.
3 successes?
3 successes. Yeah, you're good.
Sorry, I just turned my camera off.
Luckily,
sees
you're the only
dust.
person it doesn't matter for. Yeah,
He
you
sees
see.
the dust just like falling, and that's
You can see, like, on one end is Zen, splattered against the far wall like he's under a tremendous force.
I'm gonna reach down and see if I can like brace myself against the door frame and then reach down for them.
Okay, make me a strength plus athletics roll. Judging by how Mac failed completely last time, it'll only be fuzzy helping. So yeah, Bloodman, if you can make me a strength plus athletics as well.
Cool. That's fine. Strength
And you will get the +3 as well.
+3.
Oh shit! That's 8 successes.
Yeah,
Hulkwin.
basically,
Hulkwin.
Bloodman realizes Bloodman can't make much headway while one hand is on Mac and one hand is embedded in the floor. So Bloodman one-handedly, under about, like, this is something like 6 Gs now, one-handedly just pulls Mac up, gives Mac to Ford, and then climbs up herself before helping Mac and Ford back in.
Basically, Blodwyn probably has a really good career as a fighter pilot ahead of her.
Yeah, apparently so.
I'm going to be an astronaut when I grow up.
And
as
as soon
long
as
as you can grow barbs on your skin for it.
Yeah, why not? As soon as you're in the kitchen, the door closes.
I just slump on the floor.
Alright then, so, that's fine then, isn't it? Great, cool. So we're
You muted yourself halfway through that sentence.
Great, sorry. Yeah, so we're trapped in the house, and, like, Zen's dead, and, the house has gone fucking mental or some shit. What the fuck's going on?
Sorry.
Stop fucking mumbling!
It's a little bit difficult when you've got your tongue regrowing. I think you overdid it.
You've got a fucking knife.
No.
I can sort it out, it's fine.
No,
One
I've
of the
already
drawers
done that
opens.
today. Thank you.
Oh, good, wonderful. It's a fucking steak knife. Serrated.
No,
Perfect.
there's only spoons in the drawer.
That'll do. Come here, you fucking... I'm just going to bop you on the head with a spoon. Just fucking hell. Christ.
Look,
right,
I'm working on this, and I point to the chalk circle that I've drawn on the floor. I'm working on this to see if I can help the house. I think I kind of lobotomized it. You know that girl?
That
do you mean
girl.
the one you fucking brain fucked that time?
The girl that I saved from being possessed?
Mac.
Yes.
Tentacles.
Fucking hell.
You... Right, so what you're saying is you've melted the fucking house's brain.
It was either that or having an entire shadow house. It was one or the other.
All right, but it's also turned into a fucking circus ride.
I don't know what that is. It's probably like a side effect. I'm gonna help the house. I'm gonna heal it. See what we
It's
can do.
not a side effect.
Then, why was he
fucking Christ?
flattered? Did he just fall with that gravity weirdness?
No, he went fucking mental.
No,
Trying to
but
fucking look at my arm. Look at this shit.
he nearly murdered
Take
Bloodwind.
your thumb and your pinky finger and do this with it.
I punch you in the dick.
Worth it.
You got punched in the dick.
Mm-hmm.
Not hard, but enough that you go.
Ford goes, oh.
Is there a plaque with the house rules anywhere in the kitchen?
Not in the kitchen, no.
Okay.
A door opens near you.
I go through it. Why not?
You find yourself in the lobby. It's upside
Great.
down.
So, okay. I try to look for where I remember where the house rules were.
Same as it was before. The house rules are there. The first rule is, of course, don't attack anyone.
Oh fuck.
Well,
The second rule is, don't wear the color yellow.
I think I'm safe.
And the third rule is obscured. You can't read it.
I try to do a handstand to read it. Does that help? Or
Is it like something like the list of rules in black books? No mobile phones. None
of this. Certainly none of that.
Don't even think about that. Instantly, I do have a backup character which I made for Fuzzy in case of death. I think
Which one was this one?
it was the library one. Just
You made
so
a backup character for me?
you know.
What were you planning?
To stab you in the neck with a knife.
Yeah.
Aha! Well, the shoe is on the other glove now, then, huh? It seemed appropriate because chaos.
Actually, then, in which case, I've got a better one. The third rule won't be the redacted one. The third rule will be no running in the library.
Oh.
Would you like me to finish fleshing out that character?
You should probably.
Okay. Can I have a sheet, please?
You may indeed.
Sorry,
Why
but you tried to murder
I
Bloodwind.
almost,
We have a
I
moment of
almost
silence.
killed Bloodwind, and I was about to start working on killing you. So
Can we have a moment of silence for Zen? He was pretty chill
I like Zen a lot.
till the point
Until
where
he started literally causing chaos and threw my plan into chaos and started murdering us.
I mean, when I said I'd like to invoke chaos, the look on E's face was fucking beautiful.
it's basically Christmas.
And then you rolled 7 successes for the effect strength.
Yeah.
This is why we can't have nice things.
What? Well,
Hey, cool new base. No, it's not.
technically speaking, this is why I can't have nice things, because I also destroy them. Like, I made Orchid destroyed Zen. I made Liza, Karad destroyed Liza.
Who destroyed Karad?
Me. Just by not paying attention to my paradox and being like, just keep running, push forward, it'll be fine.
We can time skip this away, right?
Yeah, I'm sure Bloodwind can fix an exploded head.
The only character of mine currently alive is Orchid, who is Meta's character.
Karad's alive.
It's technically not your character then, really.
Brad's
Depends.
also not his character anymore.
Like co-owned.
It's now a shadow being that got moderately stabbed.
Wait, you thought that was Karad?
No.
Think about that shadow being. Think about what it did and who it was.
Yeah.
It was everyone. I know.
Wasn't everyone.
Everyone who's been stabbed with a thingy.
It's a lot of people.
When I rolled the D2 early, it was like, Ford has proven that he's quite useful. I'm really tempted to stab him with the shard and nick his power.
Yeah, I thought
I
that
figured,
was
I figured.
House or Ford, right?
Yep.
That's what I picked up after the roll. I was like, why is he looking at the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yup.
Pinned to the ceiling? That wouldn't make.
And then I remembered that we had fought Warden Trejo anyway. I was like, oh yeah, actually I've got Archmage powers I can call on.
Oh, fuck.
That bitch decimated fucking cratered my house.
And pretty much the entire neighborhood next to it.
See, strictly it wasn't blown up, it was removed.
Yeah, but to where?
Prime, nowhere.
So, cratered.
Kinda, yeah.
Not there anymore.
More like if you just took a rubber to the neighbor and just went, "Nyeh."
I still like the fact you've got a warden called Trejo. And I'm still sad that she doesn't look like Danny Trejo.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Also, copyright reasons.
I mean,
It's just
is it
a
really
name.
copyright? It's just a verbal description, you know.
You can give Herner a verbal description.
Oh, I can give her a little
Dog.
description.
I would.
Yeah, so it's about 10 inches, quite veiny, you know, sort of like
Throbbing.
as a Coke can. It's like a baby's arm holding a peach. You went there, okay. You gave me that opportunity and I just ran with it.
I know I did. I introduced Herner in the very first place.
Yeah, you should know better than to give me these opportunities.
Bear that in mind. Yeah. What do you do?
I go back to the others.
Okay.
So, looks like the house is under new management.
Oh, fuck.
I'm
What
gonna.
kind of crazy bastards is it going to be this time?
Well, the house is still a thing, but you know, obviously the keeper is. Well, he didn't really keep himself together. all that
Maxie,
much.
not it!
I'm gonna see if I can help with that.
It changed the house rules a bit on us.
Alright.
Oh yeah.
Ones don't attack anyone, which. Well, I guess I'm
Sorry
out.
about your dick, by the way, Ford.
It's fine.
Is any of them wearing yellow?
Do you wear yellow? I don't think you do, as far as I'm aware from the previous descriptions. Otherwise, that makes things interesting.
Don't think Ford is exciting enough or excitable enough to wear yellow.
It's not Blodwyn's colour.
No. Okay, so he just looks at the both of you and go, well, second
You
rule
look
is
like a fucking banana.
to not wear yellow, so I guess we're safe.
You know what?
Okay.
I'm just going to redact that real quick just because I really want to, and this is just a funsies session. It isn't don't wear yellow. It's on Wednesdays we wear pink.
Is it a Wednesday?
Roll me 1d7.
Okay.
Oh, I'll do it.
On a 7, it's a Wednesday.
All right, go for it.
Did that roll? Oh,
It's not a
no,
Wednesday.
That's fine.
Right, well, we're now supposed to wear pink on Wednesdays?
Blodwyn just just goes, yeah, mine are grey.
Yeah. Well, it's not a Wednesday, so we're in luck. And 3 is no running in the library.
There was a library?
I mean, I'm sure there is a library in here.
Okay, well, at this rate, we're not gonna... Did the shadow get to the mirror or anything? Did
I-
anyone-
I enchanted this sword, a sword, and it just... Well, it interacted with spirits, and when I sliced it, it just exploded into tiny shadow bits that all, like, retreated. I don't really know what happened.
So either it's fine, or the house is now infected with like hundreds of little fucking shadow beasts.
I don't think it crept into the house.
The
It
house
just
is... Yeah.
It just kind of fled. I think
The
I
house
just
is
fought
out
the
of-
collective being of the spirits.
Good.
And I probably heard it.
Good. That's
Because
good.
the sword could interact with spirits because of
All right,
pride.
make some more of them. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, it was one of those. That's a...
Yeah, so it might have slowed the progress down. It might have fucked with it a bit. But that blade is off in the spinning chamber of astronaut training, and I don't feel like having my stomach turn inside out again.
Do you want me to try and calm that down?
Yes, please, because I saw Zen cast something, and this entire house has been pure chaos ever since.
There was an effect I noticed. Is it still
And
there?
then he just started attacking us.
The effect is no longer there. It was definitely there before, like it was a very powerful omniscient.
Okay, I don't know what magic Zen could do, so... And it definitely wasn't anything that I'm...
Well, he told us about his past life, didn't he? Like, assassinating people through minor changes that could just be attributed to accidents? Sounds like entropy.
Oh, yeah. I can't undo
Well,
entropy.
not my fucking problem.
I mean, what do we know about entropy apart from the fact that it tends towards chaos?
I don't fucking
So
know.
if we wait long enough, whatever the effects of the spell were might dissipate.
I just do life. I don't fucking know.
I'm not sure. There was nothing to, like, counterspell once the chamber started spinning madly.
Is there like a kettle in here anywhere?
Y'all
There
can
is
make
one-
intelligence occult rolls if you want. There is a kettle.
Sure.
There is what?
There is a kettle.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna make a cup of tea.
Sure.
I wouldn't,
Why?
because the gas main is attached to the... Thank you.
So I'm just gonna turn it on and just be like,
Yeah.
Maybe that was a result of entropy as well. Maybe it's back to normal now.
I hope so.
I'm gonna turn the tap on and just like give
Gas.
it a cautious sniff. Gas.
It's gas.
Was it
Have you got any matches? This could be quite entertaining. No. Okay. No. Bad idea.
Yeah, intelligence occult.
Ooh, 3. 3 dice.
Bloodwind, intelligence occult.
Cool. Six successes.
Okay. Bloodwind, you would know you don't do entropy, but you know the basic theory. The entropy sets things on a course and changes things. It doesn't constantly sustain things. Entropy doesn't do any sort of sustaining. As soon as something is made weird, it will stay weird until something stops them. Now, presumably the house could stop the weirdness that's going on. But for some reason, the house isn't stopping it. But no more weirdness should happen if the spell has ended. Oh my god.
Right.
Nom 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 nom. I want one.
Okay. So, oh god, I'm jealous.
Yep.
You bastard. Oh.
Oh,
Hell.
Oh, wow. See,
Go on,
removing that
Jack,
tongue
go
has
on.
made extra
Deep
room for
throat.
you.
Deep throat. Come on. All the way down, Josh.
Yes,
It's a
please go to
scenario, I don't
A&E
wanna
with
waste
something like frozen to your tonsils. That'd be great.
Watch your man choke on a fucking ice lolly live on.
You know what?
Do it for the vine.
You know what? If that happened, right? You did that and then you got it stuck at the back of your throat because it flash froze to the back of your throat and then you couldn't breathe. The only way to get it out would be to have someone lick it out. Be like, quick, Lexi, you've got to French kiss Josh live on air so he can live.
I don't know if her tongue could reach the back of his throat.
Maybe like cut his cheek open a little bit, get access.
Ah! Okay, that's mildly horrifying. Or I could just
Yeah.
pull because, like, it's not going to be that.
I don't know, the stick might come out.
Anyway,
That's-
less of that and more of this.
Thumb supplier.
I was, when I first made Zen and we were talking about like the house and everything, I was pushing for Elliot to become Zen.
You're a fucking monster, aren't you, Sheepy? You really
Yeah.
are. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Get a serial killer to become the next Zen.
I mean,
If that means he actually changes his life, fucking great. But otherwise, no thanks.
I thought it could be
so
interesting.
could,
I have made my character, E.
Okay.
Feel free to look through for confirmation.
well, you look through, and meanwhile, I'm going to be just there, like, okay. So, oh fuck, right. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Let me look at my fucking books. Right. Okay. This is it. Okay. Right now, I think, according to this, that like shit that started is going to carry on, but like no new shit's going to go on, and eventually something will be able to. Something can the house stop it? I think it can be stopped.
Maybe, but
Oh, fucking house! Cut it out!
That's not gonna help. It's in a...
Oh yeah, because you fucking brain wiped it, haven't you?
It gave me the power, the quintessence, essentially, to make sure that it didn't get taken over by whatever this shadow is.
Cool.
Wait, it gave
And
you
now
part
it's
of the-
doing the house equivalent of wearing its fucking pants on its head.
Yes.
Can you
Not
fix
very
it?
good at nursery rhymes.
What?
Ford goes back to drawing things in chalk.
Can you fix it?
I'm gonna try.
Right. Do you need any help then?
If you know anything about entropy magic or spirit magic, then that would be handy.
Can I have a look in my library and see if I can find something?
Okay. Occult plus intelligence.
Come on, baby. 2 successes. Can I reroll that?
You can reroll 3.
Ooh,
3 successes.
No,
That's
that's
2 tens.
five.
5.
you got a crit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, from what Ford said, he just took a chunk away from a spirit, and spirits are, unlike us, who you can take an arm away and that's still the same person. It's more akin to like just chopping a random chunk out of your brain, except for the fact that they don't have certain sections of their brain doing different things. Spirits are 100% who they are. If you chop any bit away from a spirit, it fundamentally changes how that spirit can think or do anything. So instead of like poking them in the brain and saying, oh, they lost language, or oh, they lost memory, it's a complete crapshoot depending on like what you chop out and how the spirit's feeling. They're made up of emotions. It could make the spirit completely different. It could make the spirit much more limited or less powerful. And it's a crapshoot. To an extent, the spirit might be able to recover a little bit. Just it gets used to it and it rearranges itself, but it'll take time. You will also probably be aware with 5 successes that will involve to heal the spirit. Just spirit 3 or 4. Plus, it's not a damaged spirit. It is a spirit who has to have another part created because part was chopped out. So that would need minimum, prime 3 at least.
Can I offer some of my own spirit as kind of a graft?
That would probably bring the threshold down to spirit 3, prime 3.
Right, well,
Take some of my fucking spirit, whatever.
You could try it. You could try it with spirit 2, but because you can only manipulate, it would be a random outcome.
over.
Yeah, it would be like just putting someone's brain inside the brain hole of someone who's got shot in the head and being like, this fixes it, right? It would be a crapshoot. It might graft. On the other hand, it might not. On the other hand, it might send it insane or make it have a split personality.
Ford stops drawing.
That's what Bloodwind knows. It's not necessarily Bloodwind tells you that part.
No, I'm gonna fucking relay everything that I know. I'm just gonna be like, yeah.
Okay. As much as I appreciate the house and it trying to help, I'd rather not you spiritually lobotomize yourself for something that might work.
It grows back though, right?
They aren't people. Spirits.
No, I mean my spirit would.
Oh, your spirit would grow back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I will tell you now that if you want to do that with a Prime 3 Spirit 2 effect, I will be having you roll a d100 for how it goes.
What's the
We also
worst
don't-
that could happen?
So,
Many things.
yes, I would need someone else to cast this with me because I only have Prime 2 Spirit 2. I'm not.
I've been working on Prime 3, but I'm not quite there yet.
Then I think we should probably leave the house and come back when we can help it.
No, it seems like it still works. I was able to go to the living room or like the lobby and find the house rules when I needed it.
Right.
Actually, you can do it with Prime 2, tell a lie, because you can create anything with Prime 2 provided you have the right sphere, so you can do a Prime 2.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Prime 3 that's like, oh, you can make Enchanted Life now, but you need like either Life or Quintessence to maintain it.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo, Prime.
I will be generous in this case and say you can probably do a Prime 2.
Prime 2 lets you make like simple patterns and enchant them.
It says create simple pattern. And this would be a complex pattern, I'm assuming.
I'll be generous it will make it slightly more dangerous, but mostly because you only took a small chunk out. And because you're grafted... Of the floor, true. It's just a small chunk out of the spirit. But also because, like, you would be grafting in someone else's existing, so you wouldn't have to completely recreate it, you just have to stitch them together. So I think in this case, you could argue for it to be a 2. But because you're doing the crapshoot of literally stitching someone else's soul in place. It's a fair trade.
Blodwyn,
Yes.
think happy thoughts.
I don't think we should go through with this.
Blodwyn is going to think happy thoughts about hot guys.
No, I don't want a horny house.
You don't know what she's thinking of.
Yeah.
Ford thinks for a minute whether he wants a house that's like Blodwyn.
Only a little bit like Blodwyn, right?
I mean, at least isn't like Liza.
Hey, look, being horny is like a positive emotion, okay?
You should have woven that into Bloodwind, the resonance magic.
Conditional magic horny.
Oh god, yeah, that would have
Would you like to spend an entire week casting this?
That's my secret. I'm
Do
always
you
horny.
want us to do a time skippy?
I'm just saying, you can if you want, or you could cast it right now on the spot in an action. Go on, try it.
This is something we're going to take.
Blodwyn can happily spend a week thinking about horny dudes.
I thought you were horny and you were thinking about dudes.
Both. I mean, the dudes kind of have to be horny because, like, you know,
yeah, of course, silly me.
Yeah, totally makes sense.
yeah. I mean, there's no point thinking about flaccid penises, right?
I've never really considered that. E, is my resonance emotion decent? It's the last one on the list.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if it was an.
It'll be when it's specific enough, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just feel up someone's tits for a +2.
That will have consequences, by the way, Josh.
Huh?
That will have consequences for you.
Mm-hmm.
While you guys are trying to repair the house, I'm just gonna grab her.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. If you're gonna do you want to spend a week on this?
Spend a year if we have to.
If you want to try and spend a year, you can try and spend a year.
Us in a year-long time skip. Uh-huh.
People are looking for you. A year gives me a lot of time to find you.
Yeah.
Good point.
I'm getting chafing!
Cool. I don't want to know what you mean by that.
Okay. You get +1 for a scene, +2 for a day, +3 for a week. So add 3 dice.
Cool. So yeah, no one's helping with this, right?
No,
I don't
you can
think
do it all by yourself. Also, if you spend a week, you can all have a point of quintessence back, because there is a very mild node here that just generates the
Oh,
size of the house.
thank God.
Woo!
Probably going to spend the point of quintessence on this, but also, if Ford spends time retrieving Zen's body, can he use that as a sympathetic token?
I'll give you a +1 to that.
Horrible after a week.
Hey,
I'll give you a +1.
yeah.
Mac would probably ask you to retrieve his throwing knives if you go in there.
In fact, Blodwyn's probably the one who has to go and get his body, right? Because she's the only one who can, like, chunk, 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 chunk.
Probably.
Into the magic roundabout.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you wish to risk that, you can get the body if you wish to risk it, but I would want Bloodwind to make a test for it, because it is literally deathly in there. Okay, make me a strength plus athletics +3.
You'd also have to get a piece of pink clothing for Wednesday.
Yep.
That's what I'm a matter mage for, excuse you.
Yep.
I can be fashionable when I need to.
I want to also know exactly what you think the "we wear pink" means for Wednesday, how much pink you're wearing.
That's an excellent.
All pink. Just err on the side of caution. I'd like to re-roll that.
Okay.
Right, I can re-roll 3.
The rule is on Wednesdays we wear pink.
5 successes. Okay,
yeah, you get the body back, no problem. So you do get extra dice. Ford, Mac, what are you wearing for Wednesday?
Just
Full pink, because I'm a Matter Mage. I can probably just do that.
Sure, it means you cast in the week then, and that means you won't get Paradox back.
Fuck!
Can you sort me out as well?
Sure, I'll...
Hot pink, none of this fucking pale bullshit.
Oh yeah, no, we're
I won't
going
make
all
you
in
roll.
pink.
You do it. It's fine.
Move.
Ford, what are you doing for Wednesday?
He's gonna try and figure out who we are.
We now. We're here. We're
As
meant to be
in,
here. It's fine.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Who is we? Is there anyone else in this house? He's going
Okay.
to dress Zen up
Ask
in
the
pink.
spirit.
as well.
Okay, you dress Zen up in pink, all pink?
Everyone wears all pink. That's
Okay.
the rule.
Sure.
Oh, I also would have made sure that all the decomposition bacteria in Zen would have been kind of evicted.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's gonna smell after a week.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm
Okay,
just like
in which
all the
case-
intestinal bacteria, everything just.
For the purposes of this, the very final day of your week, you're all wearing pink around a chalk circle
with a corpse in pink.
with a corpse in pink as you cast your spell. I need to message Sheepy.
Okay.
It's the weirdest ritual ever.
Yeah.
I do want fan art of Blodwyn, Mac, Ford, all standing around a chalk circle wearing pink.
Zen with a knife in his eye.
with a pink clothed body in the center. And I've forgotten how many
Blodwyn needs
people I
Wolverine
can miss.
claws.
Okay. Yep. Would you like to roll that? You've got like +4 die going on. +3 if you use a point of quintessence. +5 if you got a point of quintessence. That's the one.
Okay, yeah, so it's 3 for the week.
1 for the sympathetic token, 1 for the quintessence.
Okay, yeah. So 5.
Starting off my new character, how I intend to continue.
Yep.
7, 9 successes.
9 successes.
I
Wow.
might re-roll 3 of those.
Holy shit! Do you want to reroll 3 of those?
No,
Get
I
to-
want to re-roll 2 of those because there's only 2 failures.
Okay. Reroll the 2.
Get another 10.
That's what I want. Oops. Hang on.
Shit.
No.
Aw.
9 successes. Josh, I'm so sorry.
Yay.
As Blodwyn's in front of you, thinking about hot dudes, you reach out and in and find your own soul. And with that, you effortlessly cut a chunk out. Replace it in the house. And you probably have to cut out a good half of your soul here. And fill in the gaps. Roll me a d100. You did very well.
Forty.
40. Okay. Let's have a look. Your character sheet. Because things are gonna happen. Oh god. Oh god.
You now are only allowed to wear a hot pink thong. As the new Zen.
Ford only exists on Wednesdays. He's pink now.
So... Okay, we're gonna take a crapshoot based on the rules. So the rules are currently no attacking, so attacking, Wednesday, pink, running, library. Roll me 2d5s.
We attacked the library while running on Wednesday.
In pink.
In pink.
1, so attacking, 4 is running. Cool.
You attack anybody who runs? Really strict about it, okay?
Okay. Right. Okay, fine. This is weird. Right.
Plan.
Ford. Complete this, you feel a pact needing to be made.
Okay.
The pact seems to be self-evident. It's that you will uphold the rules of the Sanctuary. And with that, the Sanctuary will grant you its power and make you its keeper. You're in charge of enforcing the rules and protecting people, and also offering sanctuary to anyone who comes. Anyone who is protected by the Sanctuary can then come and go as they please, but if they break the rules, they can never come back to the Sanctuary and you have to evict them. Anyone offered Sanctuary falls under the category of we.
Anyone within the Sanctuary.
Anyone who has been offered Sanctuary. If you leave the Sanctuary and do not wear pink on a Wednesday and then come back, you're not welcome.
Well, bye, Orchid.
She left before the rule took effect. You're lucky.
Can Ford change the rule about pink?
No, because
the one about
you're
attacking?
not the Sanctuary. The Sanctuary is investing you with power. However, there is a new rule, and you will be instantly aware of it, which is that no running while attacking. Which has replaced the no attacking rule.
Does that mean I'm good?
And is one of the rules now just library?
You know what? Roll me a d10, just a d10 to see what running got replaced with.
I really hope it isn't no library.
Okay. Ford,
Mhm.
if you take this up, the rules that you will have to protect will be no attacking while running, on Wednesdays we wear pink, and no yellow in the library.
She's just got a really strict dress code then.
Oh my god.
The prominent and honourable position of Zen has been horrifically degraded to like.
Actually, no, based on... Because you put your soul in, didn't you? The last rule would actually change completely because of your... No crowds.
That's a good one. Ford is fine with that.
So you didn't take Bloodwind's soul then? Bloodwind's just like they're going, I don't feel any different.
And Ford's just like,
Oh, Ford! Oi!
If you sign the pact, you will get a conditional magic of +2 anytime you're in the Haven. You'll also get... the house will be at your disposal and help you. But you will have to keep it safe.
That's 2 extra dots inside the house. 2 extra dice inside the house for all your magic.
There you go.
And the house will also protect you.
Keep
Ford
the house.
agrees.
Yes.
Okay, you may add conditional magic when you're inside the house, which is a +2. You might also want to write down the rules. No attacking while running. On Wednesdays we wear pink, and no crowds.
Wait, as the keeper of the house, we can now ask you how much pink is mandated.
No attacking while running.
On Wednesdays we wear pink.
So to give you your... Oh, sorry. Yeah, you finished the rules.
And then no crowds.
So to give you an idea of the amount of XP I put into Zen and the house, it's conditional magic 4, Sanctuary Major 2, and Haven Sanctuary 3.
Yeah, you can also put down
That's,
Haven 3, Haven Sanctuary 2 as well.
Yeah. That's 7, 8, 9 dots.
Jesus.
One of them was degraded because you chopped a chunk out of it. But yes, so now it's almost as good still.
And I also tied it in with Lifesaver. So if Zen killed, he would have lost all 9 dots that I'd cost.
So it's a good thing that he didn't actually manage to murder me then.
Well, he would have lost it. The house would have still been a thing. Like
The house cut itself off as soon as it sensed him doing that.
Yeah.
Because he attacked the house. bear in mind that the rules are ranked in order of importance. So, like, if you attack while run, that's considered the same as the lifesaver thing of if he tries to kill anyone, he loses the house. If you attack while running, the house will consider that the most heinous.
Yeah.
If you wear pink, that's middle. And if you crowds, that's like a naughty.
If we bring a crowd in, the house just starts minorly rumbling. If we don't wear pink, it's going to get bad. But if we run while attacking, which is...
You're also now aware, as soon as you make that pact, and it's signed and sealed, that there is someone in the house who is not wearing pink, and they are being punished.
John!
Oh, are we all aware of this, or?
No, only he is, because he is the keeper. He is the new Zen.
I don't feel any different. You sure it worked?
Yeah, it worked.
Ford! Oh!
Also, you're a little bit more cold and detached because you chopped off half yourself.
Yeah.
Ford?
See? Is he okay?
You will have known me as Ford. Unfortunately, that's not my name anymore.
All right.
Would you mind coming with me?
Why?
There's
Are
someone
you
in the
fucking...
house.
Okay, are you a fucking demon now?
No. I'm a human.
Right.
God.
Wait. Are you the new Zen? Oh, fuck. Are you the new... Oh, fuck.
You can call me Zen if you like.
What happened to using my fucking soul to fucking do the thingy?
I was going to give the house bloodthirsty if you did that.
Oh.
What happened to using my
No.
fucking soul to do the thingy?
I made the executive decision that you weren't appropriate to imbue a house with.
You fucking what?
Do you understand what I'm talking about?
No, I fucking don't.
Then maybe it's for the best. Follow me, please.
You fucking dickhead. Cunt. Fucking...
Would you
I
like
so
to be
thought.
known as Zen? Zenbird? Ford Zen? Zen Ford?
Zen brackets Ford.
Zen brackets Ford, okay.
Zenbird. The chillest of all the birds.
I so thought Mac was going to end up as Zen.
I thought that might happen as well, but I was like,
Like-
as soon as he was doing the spell, I was like, mm-hmm.
Right when I started, right when I made the Zen character, I was like, if anyone takes over Zen, it's probably going to be Mac.
Could have been, yeah.
Imagine Blodwyn as Zen, though. Jesus.
The other thing I thought might happen is you guys would all take partial ownership of Zen. So it'd be 3 of you. I guess like you'd be X, E, and N. Which could have been interesting.
Oh, God.
Okay, so you go to find the person who is not wearing pink.
Ford takes out his throwing things, axes. Got their axes, and offers a pile of weapons on the table to the other two, and then goes through the door.
Don't run.
Why do you need all those throwing axes?
Just in case. The rules have changed, by the way. You should.
Are we not abiding by the rules anymore?
We are currently abiding by the rules.
What are the rules now?
I thought the house would be a bit pissy with the previous Zen and me.
Right, what's the rules? Come on.
If you ask for sanctuary,
Right.
then we grant it.
Uh-huh.
The rules are, in order of importance, no attacking while running.
Huh?
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Max just looks down, is like, yeah.
Those are the 3 rules.
Wait,
I really hope I can change them.
so no attacking while running. On Wednesdays we wear pink. What was the third one?
No crowds.
Okay.
The
Okay,
house,
how many
the
are we
house
counting
shudders
as
a
a
little
crowd?
bit.
Because there's like 3 of us here now. Is that a crowd?
The house shudders a little bit.
We should stand further apart.
You're a fucking antisocial bastard, aren't you?
Yes.
How much pink is required for the second roll? Is it just like any amount will do, or?
If you're wearing pink, it counts.
You have to be wearing a majority pink, as in surface area of all your clothing combined, the majority has to be pink.
Okay.
Rodwin's going to invest in a pink shell suit at some point.
Oh god.
We all get pink onesies. Wednesday is just like, yay.
Wednesday's onesie day.
Pink onesies just hung up by the front door. Oh no, pink dressing gowns, just like. That counts, right?
But when you leave, you still have to wear the pink on the Wednesday.
Yeah, how does the no crowds rule apply outside?
It's the least important one, so it'd probably be like a.
Just a constant
It's
ground
like
level.
it's like lying, you know.
Yeah, you have
Hi,
to
welcome
attempt
to London. The house is now eternally grumpy to you.
You have to attempt to avoid the
That's
crowds.
exactly what happens to me when I'm in London. I fucking narrate everything. Oh god.
Okay. As you go looking, the first door you open leads you into a high vaulted ceiling with stacks and stacks and stacks of bookcases.
Ooh.
Ancient
fucking
books, big brass fittings,
hell. Oh shit.
heavy old wood,
Oh shit.
and in the distance you can hear the sound of bookcases being overturned.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Right, you go and sort that out. I'm gonna be. Oh, is this a fucking first edition? Oh shit.
Right, we've lost Bloodwind.
Oh my god, it's the fucking Necronomicon! Look, it's got human skin! Look! Oh shit, it's got tattoos! Brilliant, alright.
Then runs off into the library and starts searching.
Okay.
I will follow, I guess.
We're going to cut to Quintus Steele. A few minutes ago, you were going about your daily business of looking after the books and maintaining the library. And then all of a sudden, the bookcases started getting overturned and attacking you. Doors you attempted to run through started shutting themselves. Bits of furniture started getting thrown at you almost like a poltergeist. What are you up to?
I'm gonna hide under my table.
Okay. You hide under the table. A bookcase falls on it and smashes a good chunk of it away, and you get pinned. At that point, some figures come running around the corner wearing pink.
Hello? Can you help me, please? You're muted.
Oh. Yeah. What are you doing in the library?
This is my library.
And you've been granted sanctuary here?
He has, you know that.
Oh, okay.
Where's Zen?
I'm here. Would you like me to help you up?
Yes. Yes, please.
I start lifting up the thing. You should probably find some pink clothes to wear.
Why?
We're under new management here. It's a rule now.
I don't have anything pink. He's dressed in like one of those fluffy dressing gowns and slippers.
Can I turn his clothing into pink?
You may indeed. This new person wearing pink suddenly starts casting at you. You are aware that they are casting a pink spell.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Please roll it.
Roll for pink. That's a new one.
Oh, yes, I will line up the name tag.
3.
Yeah, it becomes pink.
At this point, Blodwin comes rolling up with a stack of books. She's like, "Oh my god, I found the fucking diaries of John."
No. Can you
What?
put those? Can you put those back, please?
No, I'm research.
They need to. They need to go back.
Right? How the fuck is this a library if you can't fucking read books from it?
But you just because you
Have
can't
you
just
got any
take.
fucking lecterns?
No, you can't-
No,
look. No.
Lecterns, so I can fucking read it.
She has a point.
I don't want to fucking take it out of the library. What do you think I am? I'm a fucking heathen.
Oh, okay. That's
Right.
fine, I guess.
Good.
Let me introduce Bloodwind. She's our resident researcher and book
Right.
person.
Hello, I'm Quintus.
Right.
My name's Mac. I make things pink nowadays.
Hello.
And this is Zen.
You could do the disappearing knife trick as well.
What happened to the others then?
He sort of went a bit mental and then got stabbed in the eye.
Yeah.
Nice bloke when he wasn't trying to fucking murder us.
I guess his
Okay.
past caught up to him.
Oh yeah, there was all sorts of ghosts and things as well. It's fucking weird.
Can I stay here still?
Yes,
Sure.
unless you wish to. You still have sanctuary.
Okay. Why is wearing pink a rule?
Because before Zen left, I detected that he cast some sort of entropy spell.
Oh,
Yes.
so there are new rules?
There are 3 rules now, and none of them are particularly useful.
Okay.
They're very arbitrary.
Are they difficult to follow?
No, I would say the 3rd one is inconvenient, but it's the least important. It's just my personal preference, really. As you can tell, I have strong opinions about these things.
Okay.
Just make sure to wear pink on Wednesday. A majority pink.
I don't really meet that many people, so I'll probably just wear pink always, I guess.
That's sure.
Would I know if the rule excludes other wearing pink on other days?
Nope, it only specifies Wednesdays. You're fine any other day. It might well be safer for you to just wear pink all the time, it is true.
I like pink.
I relay the 3 rules to him.
Which are, because I just want you to say them again out loud.
No attacking while running. On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Does that mean we could do like a slow, menacing walk?
I don't think sliding's mentioned.
I don't think that's...
Oh! How do you feel about flying?
Someone please clip for saying on Wednesdays we wear pink.
The rule is no attacking while running. Now, if you intend to run and you end up sliding, the house might rule against you in that case.
If it helps, I would advise not pushing it.
Yes.
I've lived here for a little while.
How about flying though? I mean, does that count as running?
Flying does not count as running. I'm sure you know that already, Blodwyn. I thought you were the smart one.
Yes, but you're the one with the fucking weird arbitrary fucking rules, aren't you?
No, I'm afraid
I don't know how
not.
your brain fucking works.
If I find an opportunity to change them back, I thought previous Zen's rules were amenable. I might leave the 3rd one in there, though.
Oh god, he said amenable.
I don't like crowds either.
Creepy.
I don't like crowds.
As you say this, an owl just swoops overhead.
How has it been so long?
How is that a fucking owl in here?
Hmm?
It's a fucking owl.
Yeah. That happens. He's a friend.
Is this some Harry Potter bullshit? I'm gonna just sort of
Owls don't hoot.
This one
They
does.
screech.
it depends on the owl actually. It depends on the owl.
Some owls have food.
Does the owl have to wear pink?
Miscellaneous. Yeah, you just turn the
The
dye
owl
the
is not
pink.
capable of understanding the concept of sanctuary, and so does not have sanctuary.
Can I just sort of check out the owl with life just to make sure it's just an owl?
Okay, sure.
So suspicious. Is
Yes.
this because sheepy character or
Yes. Was it Wit's life?
Yep.
Cool. That's fine.
Now, of course, you can't tell anything about mind or spirit, but biologically, it seems to be out.
I like owls.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Why the fuck have you got a pet owl, though? Where'd you get it from? How'd you stop it from shitting on the books?
It just does.
Is it? Have you fucking house trained an owl?
No, I mean it just sometimes poops on the books.
What sort of a fucking librarian are you? Do you know how many fucking corrosive fucking shit is?
That's disgusting. You disgust me.
Sorry?
Right? He disgusts
Don't
you.
let the thing
No,
poop.
you disgust him.
Well, this is my library, so
Yeah, but you're not taking care of it. I was wondering what this fucking mark was. This is the fucking first edition fucking Diary of John Dee. Look, it's got fucking shit on it.
Sorry.
And it's foxed.
No, I'll clean it. I'll clean it now. Give.
What with fucking Windex?
No, I have a handkerchief.
What about leather polish? What about proper fucking conservation tools? What's wrong with you? You're a really It's fucking crusted on. It's obviously been there for months. Look, it's stained.
Do you want to clean it with your magic?
No. I'll just wipe it with my handkerchief.
It's not as much on it.
See? It's as good as new.
It's stained.
What's your name?
Quintus.
Quintus.
Yeah.
Do you have a second name?
Steel.
Steel?
2 E's.
E on the end as well?
No.
May
What does
I?
Quintus actually look like?
Yeah.
He looks.
Pink.
He looks very kind of gangly, fairly tall, but he's also very hunched over. He's wearing a dressing gown and slippers. He doesn't look athletic or strong or particularly. He doesn't look like anyone you would consider with the last name Steele, basically.
He's a gangly library nerd.
Can I ask why you requested sanctuary here?
Is the rule about lying still in?
Are you asking me or him?
Him.
Yes.
Make a subterfuge, manipulation, and make a wits insight.
Wits insight. Oh, I'm so.
Can I assist Zen by just standing behind the bookshelf and going woo and trying to like?
I don't have subterfuge. But one success.
Because it's a draw, you did state the rules earlier, and you didn't mention that, and more than 3 rules would be exceptional. I'd probably give this one to Steel and say, Steel, it's not in.
I honestly, on a draw, I'm perfectly willing to go along.
He had stated the rules before to you, though. You did ask them.
I was involved in a experiment that didn't go great, and I needed somewhere to be, which wasn't where I was. So now I'm here, and I brought my library with me.
Very well. I don't suppose your library has anything that could help us root out the remnants of a shadow monster.
Yes, any like books on what's the word? Hive mind? Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That one.
Do
hive
you
mind
use the
theory?
Dewey Decimal System?
Which question would you like me to answer first? 'Cause
Dewey,
there's-
it's important.
No. I use the Quintus system, whereby I know where all my books are.
fuck, you're one of them.
Is it related to the Barnaby system?
It's actually a lot better than the Barnaby system.
Could I shift things around and bring up the bookcase with the
Yeah, make a roll.
which?
It would be the biggest of your dice pools.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh god, what have you done, Sheepy? What have you done?
Nothing.
What's this, like a correspondence matter mage or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
the bookshelf next to you slides into the floor and another one appears in its place.
Here you go. I believe this is the. Are there any particular books that would be, basically for the sake of,
Maygard's theories of duodecimal system and the appropriateness as a tool for libraries.
There you go.
I look at the book and I'm like, thanks.
Right, I'm preparing a list of books that we'll need, I think. There we go. Now, this
Okay.
one, right. Okay, I'm just going to give you a list of, like, appropriate and relevant books.
I like helplessly hold this one up, like, yeah.
No, he's obviously never fucking read that one. Look, Spine isn't even
I've read it.
my fucking ass.
Okay. Well, would you like me to tell you where the books are, or would you like me to bring the books?
Fine, tell me where the fucking books are.
They're like everywhere. All like some of them are like a 20-minute walk.
What did you say? You could bring them here?
Yeah.
Fine, do that then.
Yeah, we're kind of having troubles with the hive mind, like collective spirit, whatever, and we need to know all about it. It's a big deal.
I can't promise there's books about that. That sounds something that's, not...
I'm sure you and Bloodwind can figure something helpful out. I am not the book type.
Oh, alright. Well, I'll just spread out the paper that's been written, I assume, of books you need. And the owl crap's on it, and I have to wipe it off with the... Oh, it's fine. Thank you, Barnabas!
Fuck you, Barnabas.
What do you hate all my characters?
I don't hate all your guys. I don't.
You hate my owl for no reason!
He shits on books. Bloodwind is mortally offended by this.
What isn't Bloodwind mortally?
Also, Bloodwind's totally put a book on Herd of the Hunted into the list. For the other ones.
Okay.
And I'd like to one by one bring the bookshelf with the appropriate books and pull them out as they come through. And
So the one with her, Rod was just like, "Oh, I'll take that. It's fine. That's for later." Right.
You can't take it with you.
I'm not going to. I'm just.
You put it under your jacket.
I know. I'm not. I won't. I
implies
promise I won't leave the fucking library with it. It's just not making a fucking fuss.
Okay, sorry.
Right. Anyway, right. Research. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start taking photos of the relevant pages in the books and just be like, right, okay, so this is, yep.
Okay. Would you like to spend a day researching?
I would absolutely love to spend a day researching.
I can maybe help.
Well, yeah, all right. Just don't be fucking weird about it, all right?
I'm just gonna be peering over her shoulder. She's reading stuff.
Okay. Is
Bloodwind
anyone
will
else?
occasionally be like, right, what do you reckon to this?
I don't think it's relevant.
Are you sure? Because I think it might be relevant because of the transmogrification dynamic of the thingy-bob.
If we're doing this for a day, Barnabas will poop on a book that Bloodwind's reading from.
Oh, jeez.
Bloodwind will just look at the owl
Oh dearie. No, it's fine. I'm just going to wipe it with my very soiled at this point handkerchief. There you go. Everything's good. Back to
It's great.
back to fine.
It's great. It's fine.
There are like mouse skeletons and stuff, and like just pellets all over the.
I'm just sat there going, like, how bad would it be to seal the owl's ass shut, Cloaca?
I was going to say that.
Just don't run while you're doing it.
3 successes for the hour, 4 successes of the day.
I'm not gonna for the.
Just saying.
I've got all day.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna seal the owl's cloaca shut for the time being.
Okay.
Just for
You
not
gotta
enough.
catch the owl first.
No, I can just.
She just
It's
has to be.
flying
She has to be close enough to it, and it'll keep coming back round.
Yeah, that's true. It will keep going back around.
You can cast it.
All right. I would very much like to make sure that I do not permanently injure the owl, though.
We'll see.
Just mild constipation.
A day? Did you want?
Sorry?
You wanted a day?
Yeah, a day.
Okay.
Life for rats.
Why would you? Why?
That's perfect. Thank you.
Willpower.
You
Willpower.
sure? Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Just
Reroll that
fuck
one as
all
well.
like 5 minutes after he made his character. It's fine.
How many can I reroll? 3?
Mm-hmm. 2 successes. No. No. With that, that's a critical fail because you rolled a load of 1s and you didn't meet the threshold.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Gonorrhea.
You take 4 points of paradox because it's a life 4 effect.
Ooh.
Only 4 because no one's watching.
Ooh.
How many points of paradox do you have?
12.
Okay.
Actually, would I have lost some paradox because we spent a week not casting?
No, you did magic during that week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to use GM Fiat then. It goes wrong. And I'm going to dump that 12 paradox. The owl explodes. And I'm also then going to use the excess paradox to hit Blodwyn.
Barnabas.
You take 2 points of bashing damage.
Oh, fuck. Ow.
Oh, Jesus.
Or just goes up to a door and asks for a mop cover.
Oh, would I have healed up over the course of the thing as well?
Over the course of the week, you'd have gotten rid of any bashing. You'd have also got rid of maybe, like, stamina points of aggravated.
How many?
Stamina points worth of aggravated.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
That's cool. I'm sorry.
Am I there, or have
You
I,
are there.
like-
You are right next to her as she gestures up at the owl, and she says something like "shit on this" or whatever, and then the owl just goes and explodes.
So no, it's just like fucking stop shitting, will you? And it. I was just like, oh fuck.
Oh, that's good.
Just explode my owl.
I didn't explode your owl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to explode your owl. Oh fuck, it's everywhere. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
I'm going to go and lie down under a table for a bit.
Oh no.
I also think I take willpower damage.
I'm sorry.
Do you?
Not through anything technically there, but he can't deal with this.
Receiving incoming
Yeah,
transmission.
sure. Mark the point of willpower as non-aggravated damage.
Yeah.
Oh Christ.
I'm also going to get a book on owls and just look at the pictures for a bit under my table.
Bored. At one point, while you're walking through the library, you hear a boop, boop. And then 5 minutes later, you find Quintus crying like one tear rolling down his cheek, looking at a picture of a book of owls, like a book of a picture of owls
It's
under
like
the table.
I'm kind of in the fetal position, and it's like I'm looking at it sideways like
Yeah.
this.
And you hear
I
plaintive,
totally
like
pictured
plaintive
that.
sobs mixed with. Ooh, ooh.
Oh, old friend.
You also find he's covered in feathers.
And bits
Ford
of
goes
owl.
up to Ford goes up to Blodwyn and gives her a mop and a bucket.
I didn't mean to. I just wanted you to stop shitting.
Yes, well, you've made a bigger mess now, haven't you?
Oh, you can fuck off and all.
I will.
didn't
I
do
can
it on-
help you if you'd like.
Right,
I
thank
go
you.
over and like lean underneath the table. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Zen.
You're welcome. Could you please come and help us research shadow monsters?
I think I'd like a minute, and then I'll have to have a funeral.
I'm sure there's a room for that.
I'm probably in said room giving previous Zen a proper burial.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Godwin versus Owl.
Also, because it's never used, make a charisma leadership there, Zen.
Okay.
Oh my god, I've got a point of leadership!
Oh my god! It's crazy. Oh,
Because I've only got
Godwin's
half
there,
a
by the way.
soul at the moment, do I have negative social rolls?
I'm just gonna find a little box.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'd say you'd have like a negative. I'd say half your dice pool at the moment. So
Oh, it's 3. Do I round up or down?
I'll round up in your favor.
Yeah, I'm just like sort of just picking chunks of
2
owl off the
successes.
shelves.
Ooh.
I guess I could put it off till later if it's important.
I got your owl for you in a box.
You just got like a small box or a soup canteen.
It's just a little sort of shoe. It's one of those boxes that you put like file cards in for a library.
I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to take the box and put it on the table and get out a permanent marker and write Professor Barnabas on it.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Later we will have a proper send-off for your friend.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm sorry I exploded your owl. I didn't mean to.
Well, I mean, no, it's anyone could make that mistake. I just don't know how I'm going to break it to the other 5.
You've got 5 more owls.
5 owls fly down in a mixture of motley sort down through the corridor.
Professor Barnabas's brothers and sisters.
They all sit on the bookshelves and then just all their heads at one turn to look at Blodwyn.
I just fucking stare back at them like. Right. That's fine then.
Is that considered a crowd of owls?
I think it's a hoot of owls, actually.
Oh god.
How
It's a
did
parliament of owls. That's what
How-
Molten House is.
how did things go so crazy so quickly? And it like
Because you caused fucking chaos in the house!
I didn't though. I did.
We now have a
nothing.
rule. On Wednesdays we wear pink.
I know, but I did
Oh,
not.
yellow in the line on the way.
This is a new character. He's so passive, and it already went nuts again. It has nothing to do with me.
Look, it was an unfortunate roll, okay?
GP, I want to know, did you spend any
My
points
owl's
on those
arse
owls?
shut. Do you know what happens when birds drink have Alka-Seltzer and shit like that? Like,
Yeah, I didn't give it Alka-Seltzer though.
I'm just saying.
I just wanted to stop it from shitting
You just
all over the book.
congested it to the point where it exploded.
Good news is you dumped your paradox.
True. That's fine. Yes, I should probably.
Oh.
Dumped all your paradox into an owl.
You know, easy come, easy go. It's fine.
He exploded into a punami.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to come up with 5 more names for owls. What the fuck?
This is your fault.
Did you spend any points on those owls?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Kind of.
Kind of. There is a trait there that applies.
Oh god.
So would you like to spend a day or a week researching?
I'm not helping anymore. I'm too distracted. My owl got killed.
Perhaps.
Actually, no. Because of the leadership, I am helping. Sorry. I'll push through.
And Ford promises to help with a funeral later.
Okay, Mac, what are you doing?
I'm giving previous Zen a proper burial.
Okay.
And then, I don't know.
Would you like to map the house for how many things are out of whack?
Sure.
Okay.
I've
which
already hung a
case-
sign on the crane and it's like, gas, do not use. Permanently out of order.
The house can fix itself, just eventually.
Permanently out of order. Until later.
So the house at the moment, if we think of the pipes as its digestive system, it's got a bit of gas.
Are you going to try and explode the house too?
No, I was making a fart joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if Blodwyn had anything to do with it, you'd seal up the taps, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And that would work perfectly.
Mm.
Luckily, I'm a life mage, not a plumber, Jim.
Oh.
Yeah, look how well that went.
Say that to Professor Barnabas, murderer.
Look,
Yeah, you
look,
could have hit
look.
plumbing a bit too
Fine, you've
much.
got spares. I'm not guilty anymore.
He got spares because you murdered the first one.
Okay,
Murder. Okay.
so let's start
Receiving
off
incoming transmission.
with Mac. Make me a wits survival. Do you have memory, thingamabob?
I do have eidetic memory.
You can have +2 as you go around and map the place.
Yay! So that's survival wits +2. I get 4 successes.
4 successes. Yep. So you find a few other taps that are mixed up. You find a toilet that is just constantly spewing gas, and you quickly prevent that and block it up. Most of the other taps seem to be vaguely in order, though some of them do produce the wrong kind of water. You do, however, find that one of the showers is good, so you've got a shower for clean water. Beyond that, a few of the rooms are upside down. A couple of the bedrooms are now on their side, which makes getting in and out of them tough, but you rig up some basic ladders and so on. There's one of the corridors is still on end, so you just like put a rope line down the middle and you might just have to climb up a rope ladder.
Cool.
Yeah, mostly the entire place still vaguely works. A few of the drawers are switched around. Some of the kitchen has all spoons. Every drawer is just full of spoons. But eventually in the laundry closet you find the rest of the knives and forks.
Are there any skeletons in that closet or not?
No.
Good. Alright,
No.
I guess I'll restock the kitchen and... Yeah.
Okay. Your funeral goes well enough. It takes you a while to find actual soil that you can dig through. Several of them you just dig, and immediately under the turf is just flat stone bedrock. Also takes you a while to find the spade to dig with. You eventually find that in one of the bedrooms underneath one of the beds.
Sure.
In fact, do we really need a spade? Because Blodwyn can just
Blodwyn is busy. She is researching.
Oh yeah. That's true.
If I wanted to use magic, I could just lift up the earth, hopefully, and then
Earth is maybe might be life and matter though.
I mean, to move it would probably be matter, right? Because the bacteria inside the dirt.
Yeah, okay. The move would just be Ford, what are you doing? You helping with the research?
Ford knows that he's not going to be particularly helpful with the research, so what he's going to do is try and calm the gravitational vortex in that one corridor.
Okay. You open the door into the corridor, and you can just tell from your knowledge of forces and your sense of forces that the corridor is still spinning.
He is going to linearize and, make it down gravity.
Oh, sorry, the corridor that's on its end. Right.
Oh, there are two different corridors that topsy-turvy?
Yeah, one of them is one of them is on end, the other one is just spinning.
Oh. It's gonna start with the easier one.
Just make me a willpower roll.
Willpower. Oh, that's 2 dice because of take. That is a 6.
Okay. One success. You think about it long enough, and as you're beginning to think of how to actually cast this spell, the corridor seems to almost begin to slope slightly. It's less of a vertical incline, now more of a uphill walk.
That will do for the moment. The more pressing matter is the vortex.
The other corridor is still spinning. Make me a willpower roll.
Okay. 1 success.
The spinning slows a bit.
Okay. It's time to bend reality because it's quicker than undoing pure chaos.
Okay.
Does the house give me a +2?
Yep, you're in the house.
Awesome. 5 success.
Ooh.
How long would you like this to last?
As long as possible, really.
Considering the size of the corridor and the amount of momentum a spinning corridor like has, probably only gonna be a day, because you'll need 3 successes just to affect the corridor. But for a day, the corridor suddenly stops moving.
Cool.
If you let Mac know, he'll like grab that sword that he had, even though the magic on it has already run out.
No, the magic lasts for a week, right? Oh yeah, you spent a week casting, yeah.
Yeah.
However, as soon as you cast it, you are aware the corridor's not spinning anymore. It's not even trying to spin, the force is gone. No one's putting any effort into continuing the corridor spinning. You counteracted the force that was on the corridor, and it's now stationary.
Entropy mages are unusual. I dislike them.
Yep. Meanwhile, in the realm of the library, can you both make me occult plus intelligence rolls with a +3 for library?
I have also done my specializations for Quintus. I don't think a cult will
Owls.
Probably not.
But yeah, just in case you want me to switch off any of those, or like you don't think they're appropriate.
I don't think they're appropriate right now.
No, as in like if you don't think I should, if they you don't think they're, if you want me to change any of them.
No, that's fine.
You're happy with the craft?
I am very happy with the craft.
Okay.
Very happy indeed.
You said +3, right?
Mm-hmm. Ah. 6 and 7.
Nice.
Given what you've got to go off, what were your questions?
I'm
Good
just
questions.
I'm just reading through books that are appropriate to this subject because I'm interested.
Mac would have like asked you probably to look into like the hive mind spirit collective, whatever the
Yeah.
thingy.
It's like-
and what happens when you stab it with like an anti-spirit sword? Because
Yeah. Hive minds and how to get rid of them.
There are a
How
number of
to
books
stay
on hive
possessed
minds and how to
people.
get rid of them, and you look through them, you keep going, and you keep going, and none of these seem to be applicable. A lot of them talk about these hive mind spirits that honestly sound very mundane compared to what you've dealt with. You've dealt with something that's very different.
Things from the outer realms.
If you would like, I'll keep that roll and we can extend this to a week.
Yeah.
Okay. All of you who aren't using magic for this week can drop a point of paradox.
Oh.
Yay!
I dropped mine on an owl.
I didn't have enough floors for what I wanted. Can I go over my floors?
Yes, you may.
Okay. It's literally just the second to bottom one. I want that and then that instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. In which case, there are a few very ancient books that talk about things like the origins of magic, the origins of the universe, how magic can create things. Some people who have theorized that powerful mages could create their own universes. Someone who had an equivalent arret of like 5 or more, who had at least 5 in every sphere, could, in theory, create a universe. They could create everything in the universe, they could have enough power to create the seed of a universe, and they could keep it going. They'd have to find a way to power it. But in theory, why not? If you could create everything or anything, why not create the beginning of everything? And then there are a few outer rim theories, people who've gone a really long way away and said, well, if that's been done, if we can do that, who's to say that hasn't been done to us? Maybe we are one of these created universes. Maybe someone has created us as a universe. Maybe there is, someone out there looking in at us. And we're the little sphere with the galaxy stuck in it at the end of Men in Black. And there are some people who talk about, well, maybe that's what the outer rim is in terms of the outer planes. When you go far enough, maybe you're actually getting out of our galaxy and you're starting to connect to other realms.
This is fucking trippy, innit?
At which point, it's also pointed out by a few other commenters, the consensus that you all know and love, the consensus that says this is life, that is spirit, that is matter, applies because of humanity's point of view. Who's to say someone from a different dimension has the same view as you? Nothing's to say that someone from a different dimension has to think about things in terms of prime, matter, life, force, mind, spirit, time, correspondence, entropy. They might think about correspondence, which is space, and time, being time, as being just 4 different dimensions, instead of being 3 dimensions and a 1 separate dimension. They might think about life and matter as not being different at all, because at the end of the day, aren't people made up of matter? It's just that we as a consensus think about them as separate. And that suddenly clicks to you about why a spirit you could feel having some form of life. Why Mac mentioned it feeling like there's some form of matter there. Because if that spirit is not from around here, maybe the consensus doesn't quite apply to it in the same way. In which case, if it comes from farther away, what universe is it from? Did it create your universe, or did you create its universe?
Cool. So we might be dealing with a god then. That's great.
Or like a demon, or maybe it's just, maybe it is the universe, the separate.
Oh fuck! I need a drink. Right. So how do we deal with something that doesn't fucking obey the laws of our fucking universe?
Can you maybe, because I presume it's also in its own dimension as well as being in ours. Could you sever the link?
Maybe. I mean, it's coming through the fucking pocket dimension, right? So we'd need to get rid of the pocket dimension? Just collapse it?
Maybe.
I mean, I know it's useful and all that, but it's a fucking liability as far as I'm concerned. How'd you collapse a pocket dimension?
You undo the...
What would happen if you just...
Right,
undid the mirror?
I think it would probably
make me a intelligence plus resolve check there, Fuzzy.
Mm-hmm. 4 successes?
Where's the mirror right now?
Where is the mirror right now? Somewhere in the house, isn't it?
No, it's not.
We left it in the Shadowlands for like 2 weeks. Why not?
Oh god.
So,
Someone have it. Oh, I really hope Organ had it.
Oh god, right. Guys, where's the fucking mirror? Can we get back to the Shadowlands?
Oh, they're not here. It's just you and me.
Fuck. Hang on, I'm just gonna text them. I'm gonna.
Sorry. It's just you and us.
Fuck off, owls! Right.
Wow.
Just remember.
It's all right. It's all right. Calm down, Penelope.
I'm gonna WhatsApp the rest of them and just be like, okay, so guys, where the fuck is the mirror? Is it still in the pocket dimension? In the fucking shadow dimension? Whatever. This might be extraordinarily bad.
A door
Guys!
opens and Mac just comes running in like, what the fuck?
Right. Okay. So the thing that's coming through, it might be an actual god kind of thing. Demigod, pseudo-god of a god. I don't fucking know. But anyway.
Sorry, excuse me. Can we just step a bit further apart? I don't want my books.
I don't give a fucking fuck, okay?
Sorry.
Look.
But wait, if we're fighting like a pseudo-god and it just coalesced into its form to try and like haunt the house and then I slice it with an anti-ghost or like...
Spirit!
What did it do? Did it have any effects? How do we stop this fucker?
I don't fucking know! Well, I know but I don't
Also,
know.
Bloodwind, you would be aware of the fact that if it did come from somewhere else, it wouldn't understand the consensus in your universe and wouldn't be able to cast magic.
Unless it was using the forms of and mind forms of people as like puppets.
And if it is something that is consistent without a body, at least in your universe, then it gets trapped into a building and shattered into a million different bits. It's still one mind, because that's not a thing that its mind has a problem
so it
with.
can totally survive being chopped up.
Quite possibly.
Oh, fuck.
But you're
Right.
also aware that the effect that happened when he chopped it up was shadows went bluff, which is more maybe the Abyss Shadow Oblivion thing? Which is a separate thing, because that's your universe.
Plus, it's possible to.
Oh god, yeah. Okay. Oh god. So it might be. Oh god, I need a fucking drink. I swear to God. Right. So yeah. So it's. This is fucking metaphysical. I just do plants. I don't do fucking metaphysics. It's fucking your job.
Alright, just spit it out then. How bad is it? It's probably really bad because everything is always.
Yeah. So have a look at these notes and see what you make of them, and I'm going to hand him the notes.
I'd probably ask you for like clarification on a few things.
Yeah. So basically, I think, I don't know about you, but I think it's some sort of god that's been infected with being from the Shadow Realm, and there's just all kinds of really bad shit going on.
Now we chucked part of it in the abyss to make it better.
That's what infected it with the Shadow Realm stuff. Yeah.
Well, we better fucking leg it to the Shadowlands to see if the thing is still there.
Would the thingy be there?
Okay. You go to the safe room.
Is Zen with us?
Yeah, Zen will come. with
Okay,
you.
right.
Okay. You run to the safe room. You enter. Although the walls look like wood, several of you are aware that they are not wood. There's stone and metal beyond. There's stone steps leading down to the center of the room. There are tarpaulins and big, heavy duty cloths over many chests, and there's even a few items here and there. In the center of the room, where once was a large, shimmering gateway into the Shadowlands, there is nothing.
Fuck.
Unless she made it permanent with a point of paradox.
I'm pretty sure she rolled like so well. You said, yeah, with that roll, yeah, you could make it permanent if you want. You said something along those lines. I'm pretty sure I remember
If she
that.
spends the point of paradox, point of quintessence.
Yeah, I don't think she spent quintessence. I think she just. It was so.
It was long enough that it was going to be there a long time, and it was
going to be like a week or something.
I think it was a week, yeah. So it's not there.
Yeah.
Was there a particularly traumatic event that you know occurred? I may be able to use that to break through. I'm not as powerful as to be able to create
Wait. Traumatic events when?
a strong emotional event will make it
I exploded his owl.
in this location.
I can
Um,
make one happen. You got any more owls?
Zen, the previous Zen, had an encounter with a being that he killed, and then that being was resurrected later, and they got into a scavenger, took it to the Shadowlands, where they had a duel, and Zen had his soul tortured for like an hour.
That seems like it may count.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Give me a bit of time, and I'll try and make us a way through. At level 2, I can thicken the spiritual walls. Can I thin them?
You can probably thin them. I don't know if you can step through.
Could you not get Quintus to like do his bookshelf trick? Because he was able to manipulate space, right?
If he's able to manipulate space and it counts as space on the other side, then maybe.
I look at Quintus, who I imagine we just dragged along with us.
You unless you actually dragged him along with you, he is still in his library. You ran off, and he's
Oh
like,
no, Blodwin would be like, "Come on, you're fucking helping."
"Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's okay."
Yeah, there's 4 of you and 4 owls in this room now.
We need to
Only
stand further
4? Did one
apart.
of them stay?
Oh, 5 owls.
Yeah,
Wait, 5?
yeah, there were
Yeah, the
6.
6th one went bang.
Oh right, I thought there were 5.
Number 6 boomed.
It's more of a wet splatting noise than an actual boom. Like a meat balloon full of mints popping.
Yeah, you might be able to thin the walls a bit. That would help you to touch things on the other side. I don't think you could step across, though. Because that is a rank 4 or rank 3 thing.
If the thing is a mirror, I would be able to pull that through.
If you roll really well and you thin the walls, possibly.
Yeah, so that would be like 2 spells, basically.
Yeah. And it would be
Okay.
risky.
How much do we want this mirror? I've been doing things beyond my abilities recently, and I don't want...
Well, the thing is, if that mirror falls into the wrong hands,
It appears
that
to...
being's gonna get more and more powerful.
I was just gonna say as well, yeah, so it's... Oh god, shit's really fucking bad. Can we just stay in the
Yeah.
house together?
Or,
I'd quite like to.
because the house is pushing you, I can offer you a devil's bargain. You can count for 1 roll as if you were Spirit 3. You will take a permanent point of paradox.
Ooh.
And that will open a portal?
That will allow you to roll at Spirit 3. Spirit 3 allows you to step through. Once you're through, you could then step back.
Okay.
Okay. You take the negative trait, permanent point of paradox, 1. Up your paradox by 1.
That's all right. I'm thinking about this. I would still be able to do the 2 spells, right? Do it, or is that not an option?
If you would like to do that instead, yeah.
I think Ford is going to err on the side of caution for this one.
Okay. Which one does that mean?
He's going to do 2 spells.
Okay. Alright, if you want to thin the walls, then go for it.
Yep.
First one. Thinning the walls and making it easier for things to cross over.
Oh no, yeah, that's why I just realized the implications of that. That's a 2-way street. I'm gonna go with the 1-way street and
Oh, you sure? You did say it.
No, I'm not.
Go on.
No, Ford has had enough of things come into this world that shouldn't be. He's gonna take a point of permanent paradox. That's his third, just so you know.
Okay.
Oh.
He can't go below 3 paradox.
Great, I love it.
He's done a lot of weird shit in his time. Okay. I don't suppose anyone could help me so that I'm more likely to survive in that world. I don't know what I'm expecting, and I haven't been there. Can I take them with me?
For each extra success, you can take an extra person with you.
Okay.
I'd rather really not go.
I can try to help you in there. I can enchant people to interact with spirits. You also have the same prime powers, so... I don't have a lot of quintessence, though. Maybe if I got, like, 1 more point of quintessence back during a week of research, but...
No, at that point, the house needs it to heal itself.
That's fair. I've got 1 point. I could help you a little, maybe? 1 prime bolt, if needed.
Godwin,
Yeah? What?
would you like to come with us?
Hey. What's the worst that could possibly happen? I'll be great! I'll be totally fucking useful in the fucking spirit realm.
Let's go.
Well, also, you'll be significantly depowered, Zen, if you leave the house, so you won't be able to rely on that.
I wasn't counting on the help from the house for a very long time, so I'm used to not getting it.
Oh. Well, if you don't need me, I'll go and bury my friend Barbara's.
You need to bury another owl? What happened?
You haven't buried him yet. It's been like a fucking week.
Well, we've been busy with research.
It'll take 10 fucking minutes to bury your fucking owl.
Well, you asked me to help you with the research, and I've been helping you with the research.
We did
Did
ask.
you even stop to pee?
I may need to do something else before.
Go pee and bury your owl. Don't get them mixed up.
Can Ford take an hour for this?
Sure.
Good.
Feel free to
you-
give an extra hour to the mirror.
I also have the names of all of my
We've already given it a week, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Would chat like the name of my owls?
I like the 4th name.
It's a philosopher, right?
What are the names of your owls?
I'll chuck it in chat.
Alright.
Princess Penelope,
Patrician, Ezekiel, Pope Deuteronomus, Pilates, Dietrich.
Dietrich.
Pilates and Dietrich.
Oh, right, okay.
Dietrich. Okay.
Patrician, Ezekiel.
Okay, no, I'm gonna give it an hour because
Okay, you sure you don't want to thin the walls?
They know all.
sure you will take a point of paradox for doing weird bullshit.
Okay, do your weird bullshit.
5.
Okay. You can take everyone.
I do. No, I don't. I don't take Quintus if he doesn't want to.
Well, he's probably back from burying the owl at this point and peeing.
That's a good point. Quintus, would you like to come with us?
I wouldn't really like to, no. I mean, you don't need me, do you?
This is a rather important artifact, and you would be quite useful.
Well, I don't like to leave the house, and there's okay.
Thank you. I take everyone.
Oh no.
And with that, you all step over through the Shadowlands, where everything is a mix of black, purples, greys, and muted colors.
No
Everything.
pink, though.
muted pinks, mostly that you're wearing.
Is it Wednesday again?
Yeah, it's exactly a week, so no Wednesday. Why not? Every day is a Wednesday now.
We probably
That's
just have a
next
set
roll.
of hot pink clothing laying around now for the occasion.
And because of that, I think we'll probably end there. So I can figure out what happened to the mirror in the week that.
Oh god, who's nicked it? Oh.
Well, I'm gonna have to ask Meta to begin with. Did you want to nick the mirror? Because you totally could have. I doubt it.
How evil would oh.
How evil would Meta be? Did you really ask that?
Really?
Yeah, exactly. But you just said I doubt it, and I was just like, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I was like, no, yeah, she totally take that freaking mirror. Yeah, it was originally going to be Pope Bentham, but I was like,
I was totally expecting you to go for like a Jeremy Bentham. Just
yeah.
Oh,
But Quintus has an eidetic memory, but some things don't interest him, and he doesn't look into certain words and stuff. He thinks Pilates is a philosopher.
Bless his little.
Oh dear, it's so glorious. Right. Thank you very much. That's what we're gonna end for today. Rick, who are you? What do you do? Where do we find you?
Hi, my name is Rick. You can either find me moderating as Mighty Rick or like doing my own stuff at twitch.tv/derpdigital, youtube.com/derpdigital, that sort of thing. I stream Risk of Rain on Fridays. And feed a dumpster fire, I guess, here.
That was a particularly messy episode.
Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just another Tuesday, really.
Was
at this
that
point.
was that Zen's third episode?
Yep.
Because
I just realised I won't be here next week. I should
Oh.
probably shouldn't take everyone into the Shadow Realm.
too late.
God damn it, Josh.
I guess I'm
Sorry.
checking out Shadow Realm for a week.
Do you send us and then you try and go and you're like, oh, fizzle. Uh-oh.
Oh, he goes in by himself to find it.
Whichever you would prefer.
Or Meta comes back and it's like, oh, you're really fucked now, aren't you?
I mean,
we could do a beach. We could do a beach episode.
I've got 2 more episodes until Quintus dies, so I'm safe till
At
then.
most.
You're on the clock now, buddy.
No,
Josh,
every-
speaking of what you're doing, what do you do when we find you?
Hi, when I'm not donating half my soul to a house, you can find me at Gaming FTL everywhere. That's basically it. I do Vampire on Mondays with some of these wonderful people, and also we hang out, and I'm making stupid videos for my YouTube channel.
Woo.
Gaming FTL.
Fuzzy.
Hello, I'm Fuzzy Freaks. I do fuzzy things over on twitch.tv/Fuzzy Freaks. At the moment, I'm playing an awful lot of Conan Exiles, although I've got a couple of other games I really need to play, so I might be having a look at Plague Tale Innocence tomorrow. It features rats, so Florence would obviously like it. Set during the Black Death.
Okay. And Sheepy. There we go. Sheepy means to say Thursday. Yeah, there we go.
Charlie Foxtrot on Thursday. Oh, God. I lost
Really?
another character.
I'm really sorry about the owl.
You kind of forced it.
I'm
3
sorry.
episodes.
I'm
Every
sorry.
single one of my characters have lasted 3
In
episodes.
fairness, you did almost kill Bloodwind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you literally cost 7 strength chaos to fucking happen.
I mean, that was awesome.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
Just,
totally.
I'd like to invoke chaos, and he was like,
Ooh, it's Christmas.
I mean, I can appreciate it as a
do
player,
declare.
but at the same time, holy fucking shit. We
Yeah.
cannot have nice things.
Yep.
Love
Yep.
how the rules turned out.
Incidentally, one of my other ideas for a character, which I was tempted to do, is time entropy with moderate curse. And the gimmick would be that time speeds up and slows down around him.
Oh, good.
So, like, it would be fine because, technically speaking, if you fire a bullet in, for example, the bullet would be at the same speed as he is and that kind of thing. But that would just be so fucking messy, it'd be ridiculous. This character was originally intended for Fuzzy.
Oh dear.
Quintus.
I'm sorry about the owl. I'm just
I'm
watching.
sorry about Zen.
I'm just watching the clip back of me exploding the owl.
I can't believe through Fuzzy like hating and killing all of my characters all the way through these games. The thing that makes her feel guilty is exploding one of my owls.
What? I didn't want
Like-
to hurt the owl.
You legit. I saw the legitimate pain on your face as you're like, "Oh no, Quintus, I'm sorry." This is the first time I've seen.
wanted to stop you pooping. I'm sorry.
You actually heard something that didn't deserve it for once.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't was shitting all over books. That's like pretty bad.
Oh yeah, that's
I
horrible.
don't know, she killed Liza's butler. He seemed nice.
Yeah,
Until
Yeah, he
Fuzzy
turned into a
first.
fucking shadow beast.
Yeah,
he was possessed.
You did use him as a human shield versus shards.
He was possessed. Okay, clear and present danger. Clear and present
He
danger.
wasn't possessed when you held him above your head and impaled him on all the shards instead of you.
Clear and present danger. He was attacking me.
At least Mac didn't get repossessed because of it, you know. Worth it.
Right. Yeah, totally.
Oh god. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm gonna end the YouTube video here. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed